हम समानता के बारे में डिस्कस करने के लिए यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं। एंड एट द वेरी बिगिनिंग मैं यही बोलना चाहती हूँ कि आप लोगों ने लाइक टू द पार्टिसिपेंट्स, आप लोगों ने पेट्रियार्की के बारे में कभी सुना है? Did heard about patriarchy? What is patriarchy? सुना है आप लोगों ने? I'm talking to the student, to the participants, like.
Yes, we just heard very late. I mean,
Okay.
At the age of I think 19 and 20 something.
Okay. आप उसके बारे में like what do you want to say? Like, no, what do you understand by the word patriarchy?
Well, I just heard the meaning of the patriarchy, and I don't have much knowledge about it. But
Okay.
I heard that it's a kind of thought which suppress the women to when we think about man, that man is the superior to the female. That's all I just know about that.
Very good, very good. ये like no, बहुत अच्छा बोला आपने. पेट्रियार्की जो शब्द है, पेट्री मतलब है पिट्री, father. Archy means rule, rule of father, rule of man. Like no, जहाँ पुरुष like they are the decision maker, they are the head of the family or head of the society. Like वही एक पेट्रियार्की का like whether it is okay if I speak in हिंदी, आप कौन सा लैंग्वेज which is comfortable for all the participants?
Himaji, Hindi is comfortable for everyone. English is also good. Some terms
I'll mix it up. Yeah,
terminology can be difficult in Hindi, so then you can use
yes.
English. Also, just a note that in our last session we have just talked about how patriarchy exists in our own society and what are the small things that people practice, even the women practice. So this time we are like looking for solutions. But then it is the way you are taking it is it will be very participatory. So I request everyone, all the participants, they should be talk like vocal, speak whenever Himaji asks something. Please be there to speak and feel that. Don't feel shy. Just talk.
Yes. Yeah. That's what we wanted. Like, no, that's what we discussed today. तो हम आज बोलने जा रहे हैं. तो पेट्रियार्की जो चीज है, जहाँ पे जो पुरुष है, जो हमारा फादर है, हमारा जो पिताजी है, वही हेड है, ऐसे हमारे सोसाइटी में है कि नहीं है? आप लोग क्या बोलना चाहते हैं? Do you feel that like it exists in our society? सोचते हैं आप लोग?
Yes.
है ना? Yes. तो like no, हम अगर आज हमें जो टॉपिक मिला है कि एक्शन फॉर स्मैशिंग पेट्रियार्की, अगर हम पेट्रियार्की को जड़ से उखाड़ना चाहते हैं तो हमें उसकी जड़ पे जाना बहुत जरूरी है. हाउ इट हैज कम अप, लाइक नो, कैसे शुरू हुआ है, और जो भी जो समस्या है ना, उसकी जड़ तक अगर हम नहीं गए, जड़ तक जाके अगर हम समस्या को समझने की कोशिश नहीं की, तो वो समस्या हमेशा रहेगा, जो हमेशा निकलते रहेगा. तो where is the root of the patriarchy? The root of the patriarchy is gender. Gender means what? Do you know what is gender? Gender, there is the difference between sex and gender. So gender is the root cause of patriarchy. How like the thing has come into existence, हमें उसकी जानना बहुत जरूरी है. तो मैं थोड़ा उसकी बैकग्राउंड की तरफ जाना चाहूंगी, कैसे वो स्टार्ट हुआ. आप सभी को पता है, एज यू ऑल आर एजुकेटेड, लाइक आप लोगों ने पढ़ाई की है तो आपको पता है कि हमारा सिविलाइजेशन कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ है. लाइक नो, इन दोज अर्ली डेज, लाइक नो, जो हमारे लोगों को कपड़े पहनने नहीं आते थे, लाइक वी वेर हंटर्स, वी वेर लाइक फूड गैदरर्स, लाइक नो, हम एक जगह से दूसरे जगह जाके अपने खाने के लिए, रहने के लिए, जब ऐसे हमारे जब सिविलाइजेशन स्टार्ट हुए थे, तब क्या हुआ था कि तब like mother was the only sole like responsible for the child. हम मम्मी लोग को ही, मम्मी लोग, बच्चे का आइडेंटिटी किसी को नहीं मालूम था। लाइक अभी जैसे कि एनिमल्स लोग हैं वैसे ही लोग, ह्यूमंस उसमें भी ऐसे ही थे। अकॉर्डिंग टू द सोशल साइंटिस्ट, जो सोशियोलॉजिस्ट है, उनकी रिसर्च से ये पता चला है कि हम आदमी लोग भी वैसे ही थे आदिम जाति में। जो हम किसके बच्चा हो गया तो कौन किसका पापा है, कौन इसका फादर है, किसी को नहीं मालूम था। एंड स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली लोगों को, जब लोगों ने जब पहले तो रॉ कच्चा खाना शुरू किया था, फिर स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली दे हैव स्टार्टेड कुकिंग, तो देखा कि जब उन्होंने देखा कि बाहर जाके जब जब औरत प्रेग्नेंट हो जाती है तो सी कैन नॉट गो आउटसाइड ऑफ द हाउस, सी हैज टू स्टे इनसाइड द फोर वॉल्स। और जो मर्द है उनको जाके मतलब शिकार करके कहीं से खाना गैदर करके उनको लेके आना पड़ता था। तो स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली दे हैव रियलाइज कि औरतों को घर के अंदर रहना चाहिए और मर्दों को बाहर जाके खाने का जुगाड़ करके लाना चाहिए। ऐसे स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली थोड़ा पैटर्न चेंज हुआ। फिर देखा कि एक औरत को उनका मतलब बहुत तकलीफ होता था कि क्योंकि नोबडी नोज हु इज द फादर। तो उन्होंने सोचा कि हम सभी के साथ ऐसे करने से अच्छा है कि we'll have our one partner, और जिससे पता चले कि he is the father and he will look after the household these things। और मदर का रोल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होगा कि कैसे वो खाना पकाए, कैसे बच्चे के देखभाल करे। एंड स्लोली 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 ये चीज आते आते आज हम यहाँ तक पहुंचे हैं। लेकिन जो नियम उस जमाने में बनाए थे, जो नियम मतलब हम महिलाओं के लिए, लड़कियों के लिए उस जमाने में बनाए गए थे, जो किसने बनाए थे? पुरुषों ने बनाए थे। तो वो नियम क्या हुआ? अभी भी लागू है। तो लाइक विद द टाइम we have changed, the women have like getting educated, the males are also, the women are also equally working like the women are also equally working like the man। लेकिन जो हमारे जो परंपरा है, जो हमारे जो माइंड सेट है, अभी भी वो जो हम नियम है उसको, पेट्रियार्कल जो सिस्टम है जिसमें ये रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, जो डिसीजन मेकिंग का रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, जैसे कि हमारे फादर, हमारे पापा जो है, हमारे जो फादर है, हमारे जो भाई है, जब भी वो बाहर जाते हैं, कुछ काम के लिए जाते हैं, whether they have to take any permission from anyone, I'm asking to all of you whether they need to take permission. I think no, right? They can take their own decision, but the girls, the women has to take the permission। उस जमाने में बनाए थे नियम, लेकिन वो परंपरा होके आ रहे हैं। and still like now it has become our tradition, we think that that is our tradition and culture, our customary laws। जो हमारे ट्राइबल समाज में जो customary laws है, वो customary laws सभी वैसे ही बनाए गए हैं जहाँ की वो हम औरतों की जीवन को, हम औरतों की लाइफ को, एक अच्छी औरत का डेफिनेशन क्या सोचते हैं हम? She should be inside the house, she should look after the child, and she has to cook food। she should not like no जो बाहर आते हैं तो उनको हम अच्छी औरत की नजरों से नहीं देखते हैं। तो we'll do an exercise, we'll do an participatory exercise, like सभी चीज की शुरुआत एक घर से होते हैं। तो I'll give an example। एक फैमिली में जब कभी एक हस्बैंड और वाइफ को अगर एक बच्चा हो गया, when like एक नया बेबी आ गए घर पे, अगर वो एक लड़की है और अगर वो एक लड़का है, आप नहीं सोचते कि देयर इज अ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन इन दैट? व्हाट डू यू से? I just want to make it very participatory, I don't want to make it very one sided, है ना? हमारे असमी सोसाइटी में क्या होते हैं, एक जब लड़की पैदा होती है घर में तो हम इतना, फर्स्ट बच्चा लड़की हुआ तो सो लेकिन फिर और एक लड़की हो गया तो हमें बहुत ही दुखी होता है। अगर लड़की और फिर एक लड़की हुआ तो हम फिर लड़का के लिए ट्राई करते रहते हैं, लेकिन हम कहते हैं कि हमारा जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं है, वो लड़का इसीलिए चाहिए क्योंकि हमारा वंश आगे चलना है, राइट? Still though we call ourselves educated, but still that situation is prevalent in our society। So अगर एक फैमिली में जब इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस होते हैं जब घर में थोड़ा मतलब when we have crisis in our family, किसको फर्स्ट स्कूल छोड़ना पड़ता है? Either whether it is a boy or it is the girl.
Girls, almost girls.
गर्ल्स को स्कूल पहले छोड़ना पड़ता है। घर का बेस्ट फूड किसको मिलता है? Who takes the best food? घर में सिर्फ मेरा एक ही अंडा है, because I'm from a very poor family background, because my focus is to the less privileged, but it is prevalent in very like बहुत educated आदमी के साथ भी prevalent है। Like, but I'm taking an example. मेरे घर में बहुत कमती resource है। I have only one egg in my family. I have 2-3 children. Who will eat that egg? The
Of
son
course,
or
the boy
daughter?
will get.
The
लड़का लोग
boy.
को मिलता
हाँ,
है।
yeah.
मेरे घर में भी
सब-
like सबसे पहले पापा को परोसा जाता है खाना। So
हाँ हाँ, and see, तो हम एजुकेशन से भी डिप्राइव्ड है। हर राइट टू एजुकेशन, हमारे राइट टू फूड जो हमें खाने से भी हम डिप्राइव्ड है। और जब बड़ा होके, अब जब हम स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली व्हेन वी आर ग्रोइंग अप, तो पेरेंट्स का प्रायोरिटी लड़की को अच्छा एजुकेशन देना होगा या उसकी कहीं शादी कर दूं, वह प्रायोरिटी होगा? आप बताइए, आप लोग, आई वुड लाइक लव टू लिसन फ्रॉम यू ऑल आल्सो, क्या प्रायोरिटी होंगे?
एजुकेशन से बेहतर शादी एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि इनको, एक लड़की को लड़की पढ़ के क्या करेगी? बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ाई करने का बाद भी उनको किचन पे ही तो रहना है, किचन का काम ही तो
हाँ,
करना है। दैट
yes,
तो बचपन से सुनते आई हूँ। तो
ठीक
एक कोई पढ़ाई से
very very good. हाँ, like whether like आप लड़कों को भी कुछ बोलना है, you are also free to say, like, आपको भी अगर कुछ बोलना है, if you think that no it is not right, ना आप सोचते हैं कि ये सही है, but one thing I would like to say in this platform कि हम generalize नहीं कर सकते हैं। अभी भी कोई बहुत बहुत ऐसा अंडरस्टैंडिंग पेरेंट्स भी है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग फादर भी है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग मदर भी है, लेकिन जहाँ हम किसके बारे में बोल रहा है, जो समाज में ज्यादा प्रचलित है, जो ज्यादातर लोगों के साथ होते हैं, उसी के बारे में हम बोल रहे हैं। सो आप लड़कों में से किसी को बोलना है कुछ कि आप ये मानते हैं ये ऐसे हमारे समाज में है?
Yeah, ma'am, that's true. Even that's prevalent even in our society as well. And as you said, you know, after birth or when she grows, only then there is a discrimination that happens. But not only that, even before she takes birth, you know, when
Yes,
she is
exactly.
in the mother's womb, there also discrimination comes. Like earlier there was a though it's illegal now, but earlier in the in hospitals also the couples actually first test it whether that is male or female, you know. So
Exactly.
they do sex selection when she is in the mother's womb, when the baby is in the mother's womb. So that means the discrimination happens even before taking birth.
Yes,
So
exactly. Very good. It has come from a man. I'm so happy. अगर जब तक ना ये जो हमारे जो आंदोलन है ना, जो मूवमेंट है ना, उसमें अगर लड़कों भी like no are man like no, because a society consists of man, women, there are many other genders are also there. Okay, if we don't come together and think about the things, अगर हम सिर्फ लड़कियां ही बोलते रहेंगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा कि लड़का और लड़की का दो अलग सोसाइटी हो गया है, and we are enemy of each other, we are against each other. Do we want that society? No. We want to create a society where man and women understand each other, where they feel कि we are for equality, we are for equity, right? मतलब हम पेट्रियार्कल का ऑपोजिट क्या है? आप लोग को पता है पेट्रियार्कल का ऑपोजिट क्या है? पेट्रियार्कल
so actually I had this idea that, you know, I used to think that the opposite of patriarchal should be matriarchy.
But it is not true.
So that's not, yeah, that's not true. That's often that's I could become aware of only after listening to Kamala Bashir,
Yes.
Where she mentions that, the opposite of patriarchy should be, equality.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I really agree to that.
Yes. Like see, देखो आप लोग जो यहाँ पे जो मेल पार्टिसिपेंट्स है, जो भाई लोग हैं हमारे, आप लोग को जब whenever we talk about women's right, patriarchal, gender, उसके बारे में जब भी डिस्कशन करते हैं, you should not think that we are talking against the man. Not at all. We are not talking anything against the man. It is about equality. It is about equal participation of man and women. आप अभी अगर हमारे समाज में अगर आप देखोगे, like until and unless like no, मैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट की हूँ, मैं like I belong to my, as I have said, like my mother belongs to अरुणाचल प्रदेश. मैं तो अरुणाचल में ही बड़ी हुई हूँ. मैंने इतना अनुभव नहीं किया था कि हमारे समाज में इतना ज्यादा जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन है, पेट्रियार्की है, ऐसे फील नहीं किया था. लेकिन जब स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली आई हैव स्टार्टेड सीइंग द थिंग्स, जब हमने देखा, मैं एक छोटा सा हैंडलूम यूनिट चलाया करती थी, तो वहां पे बहुत सारा लड़कियां काम करने आई. तो मैंने सोचा कि हाउ आवर गर्ल्स आर सो एम्पावर्ड, दे आर लाइक नो, दे हैव कम ऑन देयर ओन टू अर्न समथिंग, टू स्टैंड इन देयर ओन फीट. ऐसे सोच के मैंने सोचा था पहले जब हमने काम करना शुरू किया था. तो हमने वुमेन्स राइट के बारे में इतना ख्याल नहीं किया था. वी यूज्ड टू टॉक अबाउट आवर लाइवलीहुड अपॉर्चुनिटीज, आर लाइक नो, हमारे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का सिचुएशन है, वुमेन का कुछ मतलब वो. लेकिन हमने देखा इन आवर नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ India, where we always feel very proudly, we say, like keep on saying that there is much equality of man and women, we have realized that we have the issues of child marriage. छोटी छोटी लड़कियों को पेरेंट्स दे लाइक वो उनको शादी करवा देना चाहते हैं. दे फील कि लड़कियां हमारी एक बोझ है, और अगर हम उसको शादी दे देंगे तो मेरे कांधा से एक बोझ निकल गया है, और उसके जाने के बाद जो होता है वो उनका अपना वो तकदीर है, नसीब है. दैट इज हाउ फेट ओनली. हम लड़कियों को पढ़ाई के ऊपर में फोकस नहीं करते हैं. लड़कियां, कितनी सारी लड़कियां ट्रैफिक्ड हो जाते हैं, आपको पता है ना. असम इज वन ऑफ ए हॉट स्पॉट ऑफ ट्रैफिकिंग, especially from the Adivasis, from the scheduled caste community, from the deprived, those who are poor, those who are in the lower strata of the society. उनके पास they are not access to the resources. वैसे ही lower strata के society के lower strata है बोल के deprived है. फिर on top of it, if somebody is women, she is doubly marginalized, right? तो एक family में क्या होता है, जब इकोनॉमिक डिस्पैरिटी स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं तो क्या करता है पेरेंट्स, they'll send their daughter to work somewhere, and in the whole process lot of girls get trafficked, right? So like women issues इतना ज्यादा है, domestic violence तो इतना ज्यादा है कि these are all the creation of patriarchy, because man thinks like no, मर्दों के मन में ये फीलिंग्स है कि I have all the right to control the women. I like in a house, the father is the head of the family. If the father some like कुछ किसी वजह से अगर फादर को कुछ हो कि वो देहांत भी हो जाते हैं, तब भी the elder son will be the one who will take the decision of the family, not the mother, है ना. मदर ऐसे सोचते हैं कि औरतों को डिसीजन लेना नहीं आता है. When you talk about society में, अगर हम अपने कष्ट, जब भी हमारे समाज में कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, हम हमारा जो कस्टमरी लॉज में एक जगह होता है जहां वी टॉक अबाउट आवर इश्यूज. तो वहां पे भी कौन होता है, who is the one who takes the decision for everybody? महिला होता है वहां पे? वो कभी नहीं होता है. चाहे वो महिला का ही इश्यू हो, वहां पे महिला डिसीजन देना उनका कोई अधिकार नहीं है. अगर आप धर्म की तरफ में जाओ, रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन में जाओ, सारा रिचुअल्स तो हमारे माए करते हैं, बहनें करते हैं, लेकिन कैन सी बी द पंडित, कैन सी बी द प्रीस्ट? नो, राइट? when you जो हमारा जो पंचायत के, हम पंचायत के ऊपर में वो करते हैं, like we are taking all the institution which is in our society, right? तो पंचायत में आप देखो 50% women's reservation दिया गया है, 50% women आए हैं। आपको लगता है कि women वहां पे जैसे भागीदारी लेना है उनको, जैसे उनको पार्टिसिपेट करना, वो कर पा रही है? Do you believe in that? I would like to hear from the boys. कर रहे हैं participants, महिला जो leader है वो कर पाते हैं? It is only for the namesake only, no? But in spite of that,
yeah, Himanshu, sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
this is so overwhelming. I just wanted to interrupt and just say one point. So in our community, Chakma, we don't have Panchayat Raj system, but we have this village headman system. Gaon
okay,
Bura.
okay.
So the
Okay,
village
okay.
headman, it's called, the name itself is the Patriarch. Village
Yeah.
headman should be a man.
Yeah,
And then I have never seen a woman as a village headman.
yes,
So
yes.
what you said was very correct, and then it
Yeah.
applies to my community as well.
Mhm.
So we just have one. I haven't seen any female head women so far. Not even a religious teacher.
The name itself is patriarchal, Gaon Bura, no?
Gaon
Gaon
Bura,
Bura.
yes.
Yeah,
We have
name
Gaon
itself
Bura.
is patriarchal. So like who is ruling? Who is controlling everything? जब भी, because we deal with the violence against women cases, जब भी एक औरतों के लिए, महिलाओं के लिए कितना सारा लॉ है, वुमेन्स राइट बोल के एक अलग ही सेक्शन है, लेकिन आज भी 75 इयर्स ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस होने के बाद भी एक महिला को जस्टिस मिलना इज नॉट ए सिंपल थिंग। अभी भी एक महिला को जस्टिस मिलना इतना मुश्किल है, बिकॉज द कोर्ट इज ऑल्सो पेट्रियार्कल। द जजेस सिटिंग देयर, दो दे कॉल देमसेल्फ एन एजुकेटेड पर्सन, द लॉयर्स, द जजेस, एवरी होल सिस्टम इज पेट्रियार्कल। एक औरत को अभी, एक रेप विक्टिम को भी जस्टिस मिलना कितना मुश्किल है। आप लोगों तो न्यूज में देखता ही होगा, न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ता ही होगा। डू दे परपेट्रेटर गेट द पनिशमेंट इमीडिएटली? क्या उसका सुनवाई, क्या उसको साथ ही साथ जस्टिस मिल जाता है? हमने तो आज तक देखा नहीं है। So like this is the system. So what do we do? How do we, like, no, what we are doing to overcome all this is like, first and foremost, until and unless we bring our male partners, औरतों को तो, हमारे महिलाओं को, हमारे मदर्स को, अपने बहनों को तो एम्पावर करना, डिस्कशन करना बहुत जरूरी है फर्स्ट। फिर उसके साथ हम अपनी भाइयों को भी, अपनी फादर्स को भी, अपने जो हमारे जो समाज में जो अलग और जो है मर्द लोग जो है, उनको भी हम साथ लेके इसके ऊपर अगर डिस्कशन करेंगे। क्योंकि क्या होता है, मैंने एक चीज देखा है, जो पेट्रियार्कल जो सिस्टम है ना, उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ पुरुष ही डोमिनेट करते हैं। क्योंकि जो पेट्रियार्कल सिस्टम है, हमारे कंडीशनिंग हो गए हैं, उसमें हमारे माए भी वैसे हो गए हैं कि ना, she will give first preference to her boy child. अगर जमीन का बंटवारा हुआ, अगर उनका बेटी है, बेटा है, तो they'll give the mother will
keep it.
Hello, somebody is speaking in between.
Yeah, I think some network issue, Himani. Sorry for that.
Yeah. So even mothers are also equally patriarchal. because of the system, because of the conditioning. और इसमें मैं यही एक बात में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बात बोलना चाहूंगी कि अगर कोई मर्द, अगर कोई लड़का, कोई हमारे भाई, if he is very kind hearted, if he is very understanding to the issue of women, what we will say, this man, he is like a woman only. है ना, इतना वो वीक है, दिस मैन इज सो वीक, he supports the women only, he's like a woman. That is our notion. That's why man want to show, like, no, even man cannot show her weakness. अगर I'm feeling very vulnerable, but man cannot say कि मुझे कितना दुख हो रहा है, मैं I'm feeling weak, he cannot say, because he's a mard. In a patriarchal this thing, he's a mard, he has to be strong, he has to earn a big amount. If a woman don't earn, means कोई बात नहीं, लड़की है घर में खाना बनाएंगे, but there is another pressure for the man also. That's why somewhere we need to discuss about all these things, that it is not against the man, but it is against our system, which we believe that until and unless we come together, we discuss about these issues together, we cannot find any solution. And there is no, like, no law, no rules can change all these things, because हमारा इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में हमारा इतना अलग लॉज है फॉर द वुमेन, देयर आर सो मेनी लॉज आर देयर, बट वो इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं होता है, क्योंकि जो इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं वो पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट का है। वो आज भी एक जो जिसके साथ रेप होता है उस लड़की को ही सोचते हैं कि द गर्ल गॉट रेप बिकॉज शी वाज नॉट वेयरिंग प्रॉपर ड्रेस, maybe she went at night, maybe she is very like she's not a kind of a girl should be, she's maybe very outgoing, that's why she got raped. That is our mindset. That's why until and unless we sit together, we come together in a small way, हम अपने अपने घरों के सामने जो हमारा जो समाज है, समाज के सामने में बैठ के इसके ऊपर अगर डिस्कशन नहीं किया है, तो पेट्रियार्कल जो है, जो जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन है, वो किसी किताब से ही, सिर्फ किताब से ही वो परिवर्तन नहीं हो सकता है। For that we have to come together, sit together and have to form some community-based organization, people's organization. Yes, women are, we are the one who are survivors. हम directly victim हैं, लेकिन हम अगर victim है बोल के हमेशा हम अपने को negative way में लेके मेन स्ट्रीम से अगर अलग हटते रहेंगे, तो we will never be able to get our rights. That's why somewhere we have to speak it up, somewhere we have to say that जो हो रहा है वो अन्याय है, वो जस्ट नहीं है। जस्टिस क्या है, जस्ट क्या है, जस्ट सोसाइटी क्या है, where man women equally taking part, where women has a say, where women can also give decision. महिलाओं का भी तो अपना कुछ अपना एक इश्यू है। Yes, एक लड़का और एक लड़की, they are born out of a parents. As soon as she is a girl, her world will be different. If she is a male, his world will be different. That is something very much wrong. We are born equally, in the same system, in the same process. Only because of biological difference, we have two different worlds. That is justice? So, like, no, that is the way, like, I would like to keep my words in front of you all, and would like to listen from you all, like, what do you all think about it? Because until and unless, like, see, we have seen so many laws, कितना stringent laws है, लेकिन उस law से justice मिलने वाला कितना लोग है? How many of them are there who really got justice? हमारा तो क्या नहीं है कोर्ट में, फर्स्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट है, वो है, ये कमीशन, वो कमीशन। But when something happens to a girl, when something happens to a girl child, whether it is easy to get justice? So that is my question. And like, until and unless we discuss, we come together like this, and we listen to each other, try to understand each other, I think, like, no, it will be very difficult to get justice for a woman, for a girl child, right? And for a man too. The patriarchy is not only like creating lot of problem for women. Patriarchy से सिर्फ औरतों को problem नहीं हो रहा, patriarchy से मर्दों को भी equally problem हो रहा है, मर्द भी इससे इसके वो है हो रहा है। लेकिन it is true that इससे ज्यादा हम महिलाओं को अफेक्ट ज्यादा हो रहा है. That's why like we need to talk about gender. We need to talk about what is the difference between sex and gender. Sex is biological, which is we are born with this body, है ना? But gender is created by the society, which we can change. हम उसे चेंज कर सकते हैं अगर हम करना चाहते हैं. जो हमारा नियम जो लोगों ने ही तो बनाया है, उसको हम अगर चाहते हैं कि ये जो इस नियम से हमें लाभ से ज्यादा नुकसान हो रहे हैं, इससे हमारे समाज में नफरत ज्यादा बढ़ रहा है, प्यार नहीं बढ़ रहा है, हमारे में एक दूसरे के प्रति सहानुभूति नहीं बढ़ रहा है, डिफरेंसेस ज्यादा बढ़ रहा है, उस नियम को तो हमें तोड़ना है ना. व्हाट डू यू ऑल से? तोड़ना है, कहीं ना कहीं तो तोड़ना है. नियम जो बनाए हैं हम लोगों ने ही बनाए हैं. So like see the patriarchal, like the movement of the gender justice is not against the man, not against any gender. It is about equality, it is about love, it is about inclusive, it is about accepting each other as we are. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
थैंक यू हेमा जी फॉर आपने जितना भी शेयर किया है. बहुत पेट्रियार्की जेंडर बहुत बेसिक सिंपल टर्म्स में समझा रहे हैं हमें. तो मे भी बहुत बार हम लोग वो छोटी छोटी बातें ध्यान नहीं देते. जिस तरीके से आप समझा रहे हैं बहुत सारे लोगों को समझ में आया होगा और यहाँ पे आके उनको लग रहा होगा कि हमने टाइम वेस्ट नहीं हुआ, हमें कुछ लाभ हुआ. तो थैंक यू शेयर करने के लिए. और अभी जैसे हेमा जी ने बताया कि हम एक पार्टिसिपेटरी सेशन रखेंगे, तो जो भी उन्होंने कहा है वो हम सभी लोग रिलेट कर सकते हैं हमारे घर से, हमारे गांव से, हमारे स्टेट से, एंड हम जो बाहर देखते हैं साथ में रहते हैं उन लोगों के साथ भी. तो अभी जितने भी बात कही आपको और कहीं शेयर करना है और कुछ क्वेश्चन भी करना है तो प्लीज गो अहेड. बॉयज गर्ल्स सभी लोग कर सकते हो. और आप अगर वीडियो ऑन करके बोलेंगे और ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. तो ओपन हो गया प्लेटफॉर्म, आप लोग शेयर कीजिए. अभी कोई भी आप बोल सकते हैं, कोई भी. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं पहले, मैं बाद में बोलूंगा, मैं बाद में बोलूंगा, ऐसा नहीं. कोई भी आपको लग रहा है, बिल्कुल भी ओपन प्लेटफॉर्म है, आप शेयर करेंगे.
और मैंने जो बोला है वो अगर आप अग्री नहीं करना चाहते, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, आपने जो बोला ऐसा नहीं है, अगर आप ऐसे भी सोचते हैं वो भी बोल सकते हैं. इट्स ओपन फॉर दैट आल्सो.
यस, अगर आप एग्री नहीं है, हेमा जी ने जो भी बताया अगर एग्री नहीं है तो उसके लिए भी आप पूछ सकते हैं कि आपने ये क्यों बताया, ऐसा तो मैं एग्री नहीं. तो वो भी आप शेयर कर सकते हैं.
हाँ.
यस.
Okay. So yeah, whatever Hema ma'am actually mentioned about patriarchy and the basic tenets of it and how it is even affecting the moral as well. So I agree to that, and I think we because of the you can say a kind of cultural invasion, a kind of cultural invasion that has happened among societies where even those who are getting oppressed, you know, say female members of the society, even they also it's not like only the male is dominating the women. Females are also dominating the females.
Yes.
So this is how actually a kind of you are giving valuation to it. Like, say if I'm dominating my wife, then another woman will say, yeah, you are right. Being a husband, you had the right to do that.
Yes.
So this is how we actually normalize those kind of violence as well. And I think those things, those little things has shaped our imagination and the mindset, you know.
Yes.
Now, if, for example, if you go, we have the general mindset that if I go to school, or if I have attained some at least secondary education, then I'm the educated, I'm the literate, and I'm the only one who have the knowledge and wisdom. At village level, what happens is, for example, if you go for a survey, and if you ask some of the questions from my father or from my mother, you know, if I am around, then they will directly say, hey, don't ask from me, you please ask from him, because he knows it. That's the mindset. It's not that you know, I know better than them. It's not like that, but that's the mindset that works, you know. There is a very funny case that has happened. One of our friend who went for a fieldwork in Rajasthan, and he happened to go to one of the school, one of the house, one of the village, and they were to survey house to house. They were doing conducting some household surveys, and he went to one of the house, and then he just knocked at the door, and then a lady came. A lady came up to the door, opened the door, and then he asked like, "Ghar mein koi hai?" Then what the lady said, "Nahi, ghar mein koi nahi hai." That means she is also not counting herself. You know, that's how I think the mindset actually works.
Yes.
And some of the contradictory kind of mindset that is operating even in our society as well. That is, you know, no family members, no parents actually prioritize the education of a child, education of a girl child. But when it comes to get a bride for their educated son, they will look for the they will look for an educated bride.
Exactly.
So these kind of things are also happening. So I think what is important is that if we are to smash this kind of mindset, you know, instead of say patriarchy, can we propagate the term patriarchy in consonance with inequality, so that people understand that, you know, the concept, the basic ideology, you can say, that has been created, that is patriarchy, is actually an inequality. I think only working at the mindset level, you know, through say capacity building, the way that you spoke, you know, so basic you spoke about, to which most of us actually don't even care, you know. We feel that, oh, these are very basic things, but because of not caring that, actually these gives rise to this kind of mindset.
Yes.
That's what I feel. So yeah.
Very
Thank you.
nicely you have said. So see, like why I have focused on, because we have so many laws for the women, and we have so many laws. There are women's policies, so many commissions, but it is not helping the people. Majority of the people are not access to that. So until and unless we discuss like this in our small way, we can until and unless we internalize the things, no written papers will really help us, because we have seen with our eyes. Whenever there is a discrimination, whenever we go to the law, like because the court is the place where we believe that we will get justice. But even there, whenever they see any kind of atrocities on women cases, the judges and the lawyers, they'll never take it seriously. They'll just mock it like, no, they'll just blame the victim. So it is the saddest part. That's why I feel, and when I talk to Utpala, I say it like, no, We need to talk to the younger generation, to the children also, to the young people, until and unless we come and discuss about this. Like we have laws, it will help, but more than that, जब तक हम एक साथ बैठ के इसके ऊपर डिस्कशन नहीं, सबसे ज्यादा दुख लगता है क्या, लड़का को तो रोना भी अलाउड नहीं है. If a boy cry means you are not allowed to cry. You are not allowed to show that you are feeling low, है ना, मर्द है ना. So that's why when you go for an awareness with whenever you go for an awareness, जब भी आप जाओ अपने समुदाय के बीच में, फ्रेंड्स के बीच में, तो बोलो कि ये मर्दों की विरोध वाला आंदोलन नहीं है, ये तो एक सम्मान, जहां पे हम इक्वालिटी के बारे में, प्यार के बारे में बात करेंगे, where we will live with mutual understanding, equal coexistence, right? इसके बारे में तो like most of the time still हमें तो ऐसे सोचते हैं कि हम मर्दों के दुश्मन हैं, we are against the man, but how it can be? हाँ, एक मर्द नहीं होते तो हम पैदा नहीं होते, नहीं. You need a man and a woman, है ना, right? This society belongs to a man and a woman, but why the power is with a group of people? That is the whole idea. That's the very simple idea, but it's very difficult to make to bring to these things into reality. We always blame the poor people, illiterate को blame करते हैं कि वो पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है इसलिए उसका mindset ऐसा है. मैं तो पढ़ा लिखा को नहीं है इसीलिए मैं तो मेरा अपने एक्सपीरियंस में ये बोलना चाहती हूँ, वो पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है, एक्सपोजर नहीं है, वो बोलता है तो मोर और लेस ठीक. लेकिन when educated people when they try to discriminate, they discriminate, that is a big issue, है ना. कैसे उसको हम कैसे परिवर्तन ला सकते हैं? बिकॉज मेरे मन में यही आशा है कि जो यंगर जनरेशन है, जो अभी बड़ा होके अगर वो एक अच्छा स्थान में रहेंगे, एंड इफ यू आर अ जेंडर सेंसिटिव पर्सन, you can give justice, right? That is the only option, right? That's the way I feel. और कोई बोलना चाहेंगे? Do you have any queries? पूछना चाहेंगे? आपने बहुत अच्छा से बोला है, आपने बहुत, जो हम ना we are not talking which is in the books only, we are discussing about the thing which is happening in our real life. हमारे लाइफ के साथ जो हो रहे हैं उसके बारे में हम ज्यादा बोल रहे हैं, and we would like to listen to that only, no? हमारे साथ जो हो रहे हैं उसके बारे में अगर हम क्रिटिकली सोचना शुरू नहीं करेंगे, उसका क्या सोल्यूशन है उसके बारे में सोचना नहीं शुरू करेंगे, सिर्फ अपने प्रॉब्लम के ही बोलते रहेंगे, तो सोल्यूशन तो कभी नहीं होगा, नहीं. So you have very rightly said, we need to sit, we need to discuss with our community, we need to give awareness कि women's का भी तो right है, लेकिन society उसे कितना accept करते हैं, right? Thank you, thanks for your sharing.
One more point. I think progressive education has actually a role, very big role to play. Say, for example, I studied BCom, in Upper Assam only, and then after studying there, so I wasn't aware about all this. To be very frank, I don't feel shy even to say.
No,
that.
you should not.
But when I came to TISS, there only I have got those kind of knowledges and a kind of environment where I could see, at least not 100%, but at least there is an equality. So whenever there is a program, what happens is mostly if we, whenever we used to organize any program in during my bachelor degree, at that time, we will be bringing all the required materials, what are the materials that we need to cook, and women will be cooking. And after, lastly, all the dishes and the utensils will be cleaned by the women only. So when we came to crisis, it became opposite, So they were the one who were doing the marketing, and then we the male members used to cook, and then we had to clean all those big pots, with which we. So earlier, I also used to hold those kind of mindsets, but the thing is that I think progressive education that we say, has a role to play. It's not like only that I'm studying the traditional degree courses that will do. Because this kind of spaces, for discussion actually is not provided in many, you can say at least 50% of the colleges or the universities.
No.
So that's why I feel that if we are to say, as I already mentioned, to smash this kind of mindset, I think we have to work at that level also. At least one from a family member would understand this, then he can educate whoever is surrounded by him or her. So even in my family, actually, what has happened is I also felt like that. In English medium school, I sent my father actually sent my brother to a private school, but to my sister in a government. So the thinking was that the boy whose education needs to be prioritized because he is going to do job or something else, but the women, the girl, she is not going to serve us. She is going to serve others. She is pariah than that we feel, Then as I took over, you can say after I passed master degree and then started earning, then what I did is I clarified both of them that to both my brother and sister, if you want to study, do a study, no problem. Even I admitted both my brother and sister in the same school, same private school, because you want to study in English medium school, then yeah, study. So now I'm still supporting my sister. Like if you want to study, you can study. So yeah, it's up to you. I don't put any kind of limits. So I think I can think of myself that if I wouldn't have achieved or haven't been to TISS, I could not have thought like this.
Yes.
So of course, I would also have possessed the mindset that my father possessed. Yeah, that's the personal experience, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you so much for sharing.
Come on, girls, speak up. Everyone is so silent. Sanjit, very nice, well shared that you started to do something at your home. We take inspiration from you. Some of our boys and girls take inspiration from you. One thing I would like to say that many in our community, most of the parents and old people, they think that okay, girls like my daughter, my granddaughter, if she is not able to study, she should be good looking. If she is good looking, some chakma boy who is having a job, who is doing some who is in the army, they should get married to the army. Nowadays, that's a trend. All females, they just look forward to get married to an army man because army earns. They have lots of money. They think that, and then they just think, like I'll study till 12th, maybe first year, then I'll get a tag that I'm like educated, then I'll be eligible to get married to somebody who is earning. So that is one thing which is currently I can see in Chakma community. Secondly, about the rape cases and like sexual harassment at home in the village also, nobody is talking about it. Even in the last session we spoke about that there are like cases which are not even reported, and those cases have been compromised between the families only. They're not thinking about the psychological trauma the girl is going through, the victim is going through, and they do victim blaming as well. Because of she might be doing something with they might have some personal relationship with that 40-year-old man. That's why that 12-year-old girl got raped or something, murder, attempt to murder. It's like very ridiculous kind of blame they are giving to a child. And then trafficking is there. So many of our girls which are like 8 years, 10 years old, 12 years old, they have been given out in the Arunachal itself, Assam, and some where they go for domestic help, domestic maid. And those girls, they don't feel like coming back. Some of them don't feel like coming back, because going home, back home, what do you get? Nothing. They're like brainwashed. This is a better life. I can wear nice clothes, have some perfume, some cream to put on my face. So even the parents and the general tendency of thinking should be changed, I think. So that comes when we do this kind of discussion, aware people about it. And we are doing Facebook Live. I'm so happy about it. Last time also I said, Facebook Live, many people will watch, and they will, at least if they don't even care to listen, not even come to our program, but if it is there in Facebook, it will be lifetime. They might come and see once in their lifetime, and maybe that will help in our venture. I would say a venture. So in coming days, it might help someone or somebody with this discussion. Yeah. So I just think that the men who are in a privileged position, yes, it is that patriarchy is harming both the genders, but at the same time, I feel that most of our men, they are very privileged. They are very privileged in terms of, yeah, they cannot show their emotions. They are called, oh, you are foolish boy, you should not shed tears in front of people. Mard ko that nahi hota. You should be strong, you should speak with the chest open, and all sorts of attributes they give to a man. At the same time, and they build that up. Similarly, the women also think, हाँ मेरा बेटा ये है, मेरा बेटा वो है, मेरा बेटे के लिए अच्छा सुंदर बहू चाहिए, no matter how patriarchal that man is. And they will even torture, they will even say discriminate our women, saying that, oh, young girl, you should not dress up like that, you should behave nicely. And then there is also one more taboo: you should not go out from your community and marry somebody. You're not allowed to do that, because you stay in our community. You should marry Chakma boy only, even if it is eligible or not, doesn't matter, but you should remain in there. So many things are there. So to find a solution, actually but still we go back to the problem, I think. So yeah, there are so many things which are really going on. I think it will take 2 to 3-4 sessions to bring out those things, to let our people talk, let the women talk, let the men talk about it. Like some of our brothers are sharing it very well. Yeah, they should share and then give space to others, also create space. We just blame sometimes that, oh, they don't come, because they have been conditioned, as Hima was saying today, they have been conditioned in that way that they don't feel like coming on. They feel that that's not my responsibility to come. It's my brother, it's my dad will go to public meetings. I'll just be here at home, cook or, make tea. My job is to make tea and do household work. So household chores equally not distributed. So that thing is also there. Many of us think that that is my only job, I'll do that, and I won't even go to public meetings. recently there are so many public meetings happening. I haven't seen a single woman participating in those meetings. So many photos are circulated in men's group, WhatsApp men group. They are all men. They are all men. There's no space for a woman. If somebody speaks, they will seriously target that female and say, oh, female shouldn't speak like that and all that. And if they know that you are a female, they will stop talking to you. Oh, men shouldn't speak to a female and debate. Arey, ye ladki logo se kya baat karne hai? Something like that they will feel. So yeah, even the things how we practice patriarchy also have changed, I think, in this modern times.
Yeah.
So earlier it's the household chores, even now it is there, plus extra things like not including them in decision making, not including them in the village meet, not giving a space for a woman to come and become a Gaon Bura. Gaon Bura is already a man. It's never a woman. And if somebody speaks, she'll be trolled like anything. Arey, a female, she's speaking like that. Oh, that should not be. So those things are very, very common in my community. I think most of the participants might also have come across those issues in their daily lives. So yeah, so those are something to share from my.
One more thing I would like to add, like, no, as we don't have land and property rights, women, like, it is there in the law, but society, like even our mothers, they prefer that the sons are the owner of their property. Because of this, like, no, lot of violence victim women, like, no, the women who are victim of the domestic violence or any kind of violence, they don't have a space. They cannot go back to a parent's house also, because she becomes alien to her parents. She don't have any right on her parents' house because she is a married off daughter, and she cannot stay in her husband's house also, as because she is a victim there. So in that is one of a reason, like, no, until and unless we have that right over the property or the land, like, we cannot get rid of this thing. That's why it's very important, we need to talk about this, and it's very important that women should come and participate in all the discussions where the men are having like kitne sare upar ke, we are the farmers, women are farmers, right? We are into the farming, but where we are in the decision, जब उसको सेल करते हैं, जब जो भी करते हैं जमीन के ऊपर में कुछ होते हैं, like we don't have any decision at all. So like until and unless हमारे पेरेंट्स, हमारे माएँ हो, हमारे पिताजी हो, जब तक हमारे बच्चों को, मेल और फीमेल बच्चे को इक्वली ट्रीट नहीं करेंगे, तब तक मतलब हमारे ऊपर वायलेंस होना, क्योंकि man knows that where will she go if I beat her also, she don't have a place to go back. Parents will not allow, her paternal parents will not allow. मायके घर में उसका कोई अधिकार नहीं है. मैं यहाँ से वो कर दूं तो if I'm earning women, that's a different issue. If I'm not earning women, then where will I end up? That's why the women prefer to stay in that abusive family with her abusive husband. I have come across many such issues. So these are the things, and how patriarchals are like affecting our life, and how do we get rid of or smash or crash this system?
Yeah, I think let's come up with some solutions, like at least talk about a solution, what we think will be best, what will be the best approach to, smash the patriarchy in our own community. I think speaking about it also a big deal, because we हम लोग कभी बात नहीं कर, we never talk about it. Have we heard anybody talking about patriarchy in our Chakma tribal societies? I think few months ago, I saw a Facebook post where Karbi or some girl has been beaten to death by their own community because she was doing that that dance, where you move your backside. So she was trying that, and then because of that, she was being beaten to death. And then the entire community took the decision. So this is the ugly truth of the tribal societies.
Exactly.
And Chakma girls have not tried that, so haven't seen, like, fortunately they are safe because they haven't tried to do that. But if there are some photos of a girl, private photos, like cuddling, having, like, loving someone, and then if they post, she becomes a target of a troll and hatred. So all of, yeah, it's not that far when the women will also be, they will also get a target of physical violence because of doing what she loved to do. That girl was just dancing. Twerk, that's called twerk. She was just twerking. That's very common in outside, but they think that it's very it's kind of showing obscene nudity. They think like that. That
Bringing
twerk,
bad name to the community,
yeah. Oh, you have brought some bad name in our community through online. First of all, you are a girl, and you went to online. Then you did twerking, and thousands of people are looking at your booty. It should not be done. You are adding bad name, so we are deciding you to get killed. That's very horrible. I was feeling like, oh my god, it's good that it's not still happen in our community, but I was feeling bad for all the tribal women societies. We talk about progress. I think some of us are very hypocrite because we talk about progress, we talk about modernization, having iPhone, laptop, padai karo, pant shirt pehno, suit boot pehno. At the same time, we are very um, what is it called? Very degraded in our thoughts. So
Moreover,
tribal
like
society.
moreover, there is a notion that Northeast में there is lot of equality, like there is no
Yeah,
violence
yeah,
against
that's
women.
there.
वहाँ में कुछ नहीं होता है, लड़कियों का बहुत आजादी है. These are all.
लड़कियां जो चाहे पहन सकती है. हाँ, that is true at like
to some extent.
To some extent, yes.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
दिल्ली में नॉर्थ कैंपस में जाओ, लड़कियां कितना सुंदर दिखता है, जो चाहे पहनता है. यस, सही है. और जो नॉन चकमा लोग, वो छेड़ते हैं उनको क्योंकि वो बहुत सुंदर है, ऐसा कोई नोशन है. बट हमारे सोसाइटी के अंदर ही खुद बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम्स है.
Yes, yes.
प्लीज शेयर करो. और हम लोग सिर्फ बोल रहे हैं. फुलारी, कविता, सुशील, सजीव, मैत्री, सुपौन, सुशीना, अनुष्का, सुक्रो, लिटन, आनंद, गौरी, प्लीज स्पीक.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
audible?
Yes, yes. Please on your video so that we can see you.
My community, but one friend shared this link, so I joined. I have some. I have a question, and I share my experience. I'm from Odisha.
Please, आपका वीडियो ऑन करेंगे गौरी?
सॉरी मैम, अभी लाइट इश्यू है.
ओके, ठीक है.
एक्चुअली हम लोग जैसे पैट्रियार्की का नाम से ही हमें लगता है कि यहाँ पर सिर्फ मेल लोग उसमें कंट्रोल करके रखते हैं. बट मैं जहाँ तक मतलब देखी हूँ तो उसमें ना, जैसे हमारे पापा या फिर मेल पर्सन जितना रोक टोक नहीं करते हैं कि तुम ये नहीं करो, ये लड़का करेगा, ये करेगा. अच्छा, जितना नहीं करते हैं उससे ज्यादा ना हमारी मम्मी लोग करते हैं. आंटी लोग जो भी होते हैं उन लोग कहते हैं कि हाँ तुम लड़की हो, तुम ऐसे कपड़े मत पहनो, तुम ऐसे बात करो, और तुम यहाँ नहीं कर सकते. पढ़ाई करने टाइम भी वहां पे बोलते हैं हाँ तुम क्या करोगे, पढ़ाई के ससुराल जाना है और वहाँ पे तुम्हें घर का ही काम संभालना है, तुम पढ़ाई मत करो. तो ज्यादातर लड़की लोग को मम्मी लोग ही पैट्रियार्की सिस्टम, मैक्सिमम पैट्रियार्कल पार्टिसिपेट मम्मी लोग होते हैं. तो उन लोग को मतलब कैसे, जैसे हम लोग हैं तो हमें ना मतलब ऐसे ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम होता है, कि कहीं बाहर जाते हैं तो उस टाइम हमें समझ में आता है कि पैट्रियार्की होता है क्या है, उसको इक्वलिटी लाने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए, हमें थोड़ा 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 आइडिया हो जाता है। बट उन लोग को किस तरह से समझा है कि वो हमें सपोर्ट करे पढ़ने के लिए, या फिर पैट्रियार्कल माइंड को कैसे मतलब डिस्ट्रॉय करे, तो उनको ये थोड़ा मेरी क्वेश्चन है। और दूसरा है जैसे कि प्रॉपर्टी राइट में जैसे हाँ डारू सिस्टम है, तो डारू सिस्टम है, शादी के टाइम हम कुछ दहेज में दे देते हैं लड़की को, तो उसके वजह से डाउरी सिस्टम क्रिएट होता है जो भी देते हैं, और उसका इफेक्ट और भी बहुत पड़ता है। या फिर जो लड़के वाले होते हैं उन लोग बोलते हैं कि हाँ फिर से तुम कुछ लाओ घर से, अपने घर से प्रॉपर्टी लाओ, ये करो। बट इवन वंस उनको प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स देते हैं तो फिर उन लोग को जैसे कि थोड़ा सा दारू सिस्टम के वजह से कितना वायलेंस होता है। और हम उनको लड़की को प्रॉपर्टी राइट दे, जैसे कि प्रॉपर्टी राइट देने के बाद वो लड़की आकर उसके मम्मी के घर से उसका कुछ जितना भी लैंड है तो लैंड का आधा हिस्सा उनको देंगे, तो उन लोग वहाँ पे उनका अपना घर बसाते हैं, क्या करते हैं, तो उसके वजह से क्या वायलेंस होगा या फिर नहीं होगा, ये मेरा कंफ्यूजन है। तो थोड़ा मैम प्लीज।
मैं यही बोलना चाहूंगी कि जो हम थोड़ी देर पहले जब पेट्रियार्की के बारे में डिस्कशन किए थे तो हमने बोले थे कि पेट्रियार्कल मतलब सिर्फ वो बायोलॉजिकल नहीं है, वुमेन आर ऑल्सो इक्वली पेट्रियार्कल बिकॉज वो परंपरा बहुत दिन पहले से होते जो आ रहे हैं, वी आर बीइंग कंडीशन इन दैट वे, इवन वुमेन आर ऑल्सो पेट्रियार्कल, इट इज नॉट बायोलॉजिकल थिंग। मर्द भी जैसे बहुत मर्द है, दे आर फेमिनिस्ट, फेमिनिस्ट मतलब सिर्फ औरत, पेट्रियार्कल मतलब सिर्फ मर्द, ऐसी बात नहीं, वो तो माइंडसेट है, वो एक आइडियोलॉजी है। तो बहुत सारे माए हैं जैसे कि दे आर बीन ब्रॉट अप इन दैट वे, उनका जो जहां उन्होंने शिक्षा लिया है, क्योंकि हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम में जेंडर के बारे में कभी डिस्कशन नहीं होते हैं। अभी भी हमारी किताबों में मीना इज ए गर्ल, मीना एक लड़की है, वो गुड़िया से खेलती है, राम एक लड़का है, वो बॉल खेलता है। हाँ, दैट काइंड ऑफ द बुक इटसेल्फ प्रमोट पेट्रियार्की। तो हमारे मम्मी जो है, हमारे पेरेंट्स जो है, हमारे मदर्स जो है, वो भी उसी सिस्टम से आए हुए हैं, तो उनका माइंडसेट है, उसको अगर हम बदलवाना चाहेंगे तो हमें ऐसे ही डिस्कशन में लेना, हम अपने गांव में अपने समुदाय के बीच में हमें डिस्कशन करना और उनके साथ ये सब विचार करना कि ऐसा है वैसा है। अगर हम आलोचना नहीं करेंगे, अगर हम भी, मैं खुद बोलना चाहती, मेरे बारे में बोलना चाहती हूँ, अगर मैं आज एक संस्था में काम नहीं करती या अगर एक संस्था नहीं से जुड़ा हुआ नहीं होती, तो मैं भी ऐसे ही मेरा भी माइंडसेट वैसे ही पेट्रियार्कल होता, क्योंकि मुझे वो अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिला है मैं बाहर जाके दुनिया देखूं और वहां में कैसे मैन वुमेन इक्वल पार्टिसिपेशन के बारे में ऐसा एक स्पेस हो सकता है, वैसे बारे में अगर मुझे भी एक अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलता तो मेरा भी माइंडसेट वैसे ही होता। तो वी हैव टू ब्रिंग आवर मदर्स, मैंने वो पहले ही बोला था, मदर्स को वी हैव टू ब्रिंग ऑल द वुमेन टुगेदर, वी हैव टू सिट, वी हैव टू डिस्कस, तो उनको भी एनालिसिस करने का वो सुविधा मिलेगा। और जो हमने प्रॉपर्टी राइट के बारे में बोले थे थोड़ी देर पहले, वो इसीलिए बोले थे क्योंकि हमारे समाज में लड़कियों को पढ़ाई धन, जब शादी दे देने के बाद हम उसको सोचते हैं कि आज से वो लड़की जो है हमारे घर से वो हमारे उससे कट गई है, वो अलग घर फैमिली की हो गई है। तो अगर उस फैमिली में जाके उनको उतना प्यार, उतना सुविधा, उतना जितना भी वो सोच के आते हैं, एक जो मानव के हिसाब से, एक इंसान के हिसाब से उनको अगर हमें वो स्थान मिलता है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, शी विल बी हैप्पी देयर इन हर हस्बैंड्स हाउस। अब ऐसा है भी, ऐसा नहीं कि सब औरतों को शादी होने के बाद प्रॉब्लम होता है, ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन हमारे समाज में लड़कों को ही प्रॉपर्टी का राइट मिलता है, लड़कियों को नहीं मिलता। लड़कियों को दहेज में कुछ, हमारा तो यहाँ दहेज सिस्टम तो नहीं है, आजकल धीरे धीरे होने लगा है दूसरों को देख के, लेकिन हमारे जो देते हैं वो होल लाइफ में, सारा लाइफ अगर मुझे अपने हस्बैंड के घर से आना पड़ा तो उस प्रॉपर्टी को लेके मैं एक सिक्योर्ड लाइफ नहीं जी पाऊंगी। अगर मेरे पास एक जमीन होता, अगर मेरे पास, मैं एजुकेटेड क्वालिफाइड हूँ, मेरे पास एक जॉब है, तो मैं सिक्योर्ड हूँ। मेरे पास मेरे फैमिली जो पैटर्नियल प्रॉपर्टी है उसमें से मुझे थोड़ा जमीन मिला, एक घर मिला, तो मैं सुरक्षित हूँ। मुझे एक अब्यूसिव हस्बैंड से, मुझे एक अब्यूसिव इन लॉ से मैं अपने आप को वहां से निकाल पाऊंगी, आ पाऊंगी। बहुत सारा ऐसे मतलब महिलाएं हैं जिसे जिसे बहुत अब्यूसिव उसमें रहना पड़ता, क्योंकि सी डोंट हैव एनी अदर ऑप्शन, सी डोंट हैव अ जॉब, सी डोंट हैव अ लाइक अपने पेरेंट्स के घर में भी वापस जाएगी तो वो बोलेंगे कि तुमको तो तुम यू आर मैरिड ऑफ गर्ल, यू डोंट हैव दैट राइट ऑफ योर फादर्स प्रॉपर्टी ना। तो ऐसे एक सिचुएशन में तो हम सोचते हैं कि लड़कियों को भी अगर पेरेंट्स थोड़ा सा एक प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स जैसे लड़कों को देता है ऐसे मिल जाता तो हम एक अब्यूसिव उसमें नहीं हमें मजबूरन नहीं रहना पड़ेगा। we can like no we can have our own say. If I'm not happy, I can come back and I stay in my own parents house also. Like I can have my own decision over my own life. That's what we were discussing about. Utpala, if you would like to add something.
Sure,
Thank you
sure.
so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Please, I think, yeah, there are so many other people. Please share your thoughts also. Please, Anushka. I'll just encourage whatever Hema ma'am is saying. Yeah, that is very much relatable to everyday life of us. So we all need to talk. She's because she's working. She has worked in this like in this kind of scenario, and then she is trying to work in the community and society. That's why she came to know about it. But that's why we are making people aware that what are the things exist in our community. जो भी हमारे समाज में है वो हम जितना हम शेयर करेंगे उतना ज्यादा हम लोगों लाइक ये नॉर्मल कर देंगे कि हम जेंडर के ऊपर बात करें। जेंडर जो है इक्वालिटी के, इट्स नॉट ओनली अगेंस्ट मेन के अगेंस्ट में नहीं है, इट इज सबके लिए है कि ये लड़के वुमेन भी करते हैं, मेन भी करते हैं, तो इसलिए हम इक्वालिटी की बात करते हैं। तो प्लीज आप लोग भी शेयर करो जो भी इसमें आए हैं। आप सिर्फ सुनने के लिए नहीं, जो भी आपको लग रहा है प्लीज सवाल करो। जैसे गौरी ने सवाल किया, बहुत अच्छा गौरी सवाल किया, उस तरीके से आप लोग भी शेयर करो प्लीज। अनुष्का प्लीज शर्माओ मत, डोंट नो नीड टू फील शाय।
Yes. May I
थैंक यू
go?
फुलारी।
Yes. First of all, I would like to thank Gauri कि उसने सवाल किए हैं, at least वो ओडिशा की है एंड यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेट हुई है, उसके लिए भी थैंक यू। एंड वो एक अच्छा सवाल की है जो डाउट हमेशा रहती है। Yes, like responding to patriarchy. From childhood, we even didn't know about patriarchy. We were just thinking by seeing our mom. She is a mom, and we are also girls. We have to do the same thing what mom is doing. We are have been taught like this from childhood. Like while you were talking about some work and some about the education, I was reflecting on me and my friends in village. Like during our childhood, whenever our parents go for farming or in the field, early in the morning they go. They will cook food for us and they will leave in the home, and they will even the mother will say to her daughter, she will just like that, that's kind of an order. She, before we return, clean all the utensils and clean the house, keep clean. But they will never say, they will never order to a boy, though boy will be the eldest son of the home. The girl is the youngest one, but still they will order to that girl that you have to clean all the utensils before we come return. And whole the day during the childhood we used to play in the ground. So we are really unaware of the day, that day is going to end and all the family members are yet to come return. So we get unaware. Sometimes we don't clean utensils, we just get we forget about that while playing. So all of a sudden, if we remember that mom has told to clean the utensil, that kind of heart attack, I can say, that a pain that I forgot. Oh my God, if mothers come, if she return and she will really scold me, otherwise she will beat me. We think like that and go very hesitatedly to home, go back home, and then we wash utensil as possible as soon, so that we should not get any scold, or we should not be beaten by our mom like that. So those are the small things, but from that time, if we would have known about the patriarchy or about the like equality, girl and boys, about the, even not patriarchy but equality also, if we would have known about the equality, I think we would have a response to them that my brother will do that my elder brother, we call dada, he will do that, why I should? We would have given response to that. But no, that's girls' duty. Girls have to clean food before parents come back home. Girls have to cook food before they come home. They need cooked food after returning from field. But there's also that cooked by only the daughter, not the son. So these are the things we have faced. I think not only me, everyone has faced in our community that happened. And even these days we have tube-well in our surrounding, but during our childhood there were no tube-well or no ring well in the in village. We have to bring water from rivers. That's why some ponds are there. So from there also the boy will not go for to carry water. The girls will go. Though she is so young, she have to go. Still it is going on in many villages. Some boys, those who are really helpful, and they want to help their mothers, only they are doing that, carrying water from tube well. But all the time these things does by the girls. So and even Utpalla has touched a point that no Chakma women has talked about patriarchy even till now. No, I think if we would have a patriarchal talking about patriarchal any women, I think right now she would have been the speaker in our meeting right now to suggest us, to teach us about the community reality. So there are no Chakma women who talk about patriarchy. They are following like the history you have told about the patriarchy. That is still implementing in the society. So there are no women to talk about patriarchy, and they are doing, yes, we are girls, we are the responsible, we are the women, we have to do all these things. These are girls' work, these are girls' responsibilities, and these are women responsibilities. So we have to do, and these things are been done by our grandparents also, and for grandparents also. So we have to follow them. And the things response to the patriarchy. The response itself is the problem of patriarchy in the society, right? Like question everything. To smash the patriarchy, I think we have to question the thing. Why me? Why not he? Like that. That is the problem itself. The solution is the problem. Like why I say the solution is the problem. Because girls are not permitted to talk. You feel not permitted to ask any question, even from her father also. Live about the society people, or live about the community people, but itself at home she is not permitted to talk with her father, to question her father about anything. Like Sanjit, in the starting, he has mentioned that everything permission. If we are needed something, we have to ask our father. But only asking for that, I need this. Only for that we are permitted to talk. But we are not permitted to question to all the things. So solution is the itself. It's a problem of patriarchy. I felt it. And another thing, education, that we have to educate ourselves to smash the patriarchy. That education is also the problem. That's one solution, but it's a problem to break patriarchy. How I'm saying that, as you also mentioned, Hemadi, we have to educate ourselves. Like, so, in the starting, you have told that girls are not permitted to go to school or for education. That is not priorities for the parents, that girls should study, girls should do higher education. So at home itself, they are not allowing us to do higher education. Then how we can educate ourselves? So education is a solution, but education itself is a problem in the society. That after class 12, all the parents are asking their daughter, you have to marry now. For how many years we will keep you in our home? You are getting old. If you once you get old, you will be not able to get married. So it's time to get married. We are not able to expend our money on you anymore, because paraya dhan. You born to be, you born for others, not for our family. So they are also a patriarchy. How they are making how they are fixing our thought in us कि एक लड़की बस कितना भी वो पढ़े लिखे जाएगी तो ओनली रसोई पे। तो यहाँ पे पढ़ाई करने का बाद में मम्मी पापा के घर पे रहते हुए पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, पढ़ाई करने का भी जब ससुराल जाओगे तो जॉब करने तो नहीं मिलेगी, पढ़ के क्या फायदा ना? जाके तो खाना ही बनाना है उन लोग के लिए। तो इसीलिए भी लड़कियों को पढ़ने के लिए नहीं देते हैं। और अगर लड़की पढ़ लिख के थोड़ा बहुत काम करना भी चाहती है तो एक लड़की कमा के कितना कमाएगी? एंड इवन इन लेबर वर्क ऑल्सो, कुछ लेबर कम होते हैं लड़कियों को, जो सेम वर्क होने का बाद भी लड़कों को 50 रुपीज ज्यादा दिया जाता है हमेशा। गर्ल्स विल पे लेस, 50 रुपया हमेशा कम दिया जाता है लड़कियों को। तो उनका इनकम सोर्स भी कम है। तो उसमें भी लड़कियों का मतलब दबाव है उसमें भी, कि लड़की है, तुमने इतना काम किया है, इसलिए तुमको ओनली इतना ही पैसे मिलेंगे। तो वो इसमें भी लड़कियों का दबाव है। तो जब एजुकेशन ही करने के लिए नहीं देंगे तो हम आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे? और एक्सपेक्टेशन रहता है लड़की से ज्यादा कि लड़की सोसाइटी का नाम बढ़ाएगी, कम्युनिटी का नाम बढ़ाएगी और खानदान का नाम भी बढ़ाएगी। खानदान का रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी लड़की के ऊपर है और कम्युनिटी का रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी लड़की के ऊपर है। और वेल एजुकेटेड भी लड़की ही होना चाहिए। वेल एजुकेटेड उन लोग का बस यही कहना है कि एक एजुकेटेड लड़की को जो सोसाइटी होते हैं वो कैसा देखता है? संस्कारी, जो हिंदी वाला शब्द है संस्कारी। संस्कारी लड़कियां क्या करते हैं? जीन्स नहीं पहनेंगे, चूड़ीदार पहनेंगे, जो पूरा शरीर ढका हुआ होगा। तो उन लोग को ही सोसाइटी महत्व देते हैं। जो नहीं बोलेगी, शर्माएगी, वो लड़की बेस्ट है। और जो लड़की बोलेगी, घूमेगी फिरेगी, वो लड़की बेस्ट नहीं है, बिगड़ी हुई लड़की है। तो जब एजुकेशन पे ही रुकावट आ रही है, एजुकेशन एक सॉल्यूशन भी है और वो एक प्रॉब्लम्स है। तो जिसके कारण हम पैट्रियार्की को लेके हमें और भी ज्यादा एजुकेटेड होना पड़ेगा, बाय फोर्सफुली क्यों ना हो। लाइक आपने बोले कि वी हैव टू डिस्कस टुगेदर बहुत जेंडर, हम यहाँ पे कोई जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी नहीं करके हम एक साथ आके हमें डिस्कस करना पड़ेगा उसको जवाब देने के लिए पैट्रियार्की को। तो और जो तीसरी थर्ड पॉइंट, लाइक चैलेंज करना, हमें जो मेल का रोल है एक वुमेन होकर वो चीजों को चैलेंज करना। चैलेंज करने में अगर हम वो चैलेंज करना चाहते हैं, if we try to challenge to the male role, like itself at home, the mother will say, she will stop first her daughter ki you are a girl, you cannot do what the boy is doing. All the time, even my mother, if I talk about my own rights at home, ki, still I'm doing study, and if I ask money from home, even my mother will say that being a boy, he is not asking any money from home, and you are asking money. How it's possible like that? So from home, we are not allowed to challenge the role at home. And before, I think nowadays everything is normal. If I see the girls are driving vehicles, 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler, and everything. So during our childhood, if a women drive bicycle also, we see like that. Being a woman, she is cycling. And if we go somewhere outside, if we see a woman is driving 4-wheeler, at home we will, after returning home, we will talk about her. Women was driving 4-wheeler like that. How she learn, how she can drive like that. So those are small things, little things cannot recognize, but that happen. So we are not allowed to challenge also. Challenging is also a point for the solution, but we are not allowed to challenge those role also. And like Hemati has mentioned about that talking about patriarchy, discussing about patriarchy, it's not a fight among us, among girls and boys, but it's a point to discuss that because the boys are also facing the same. Like you said, they are not allowed to cry. Yes, exactly. If he cry somehow, being boy, he is crying. How? And their friends will tease him. Are you a girl crying like this? Why you are crying like this? Boys should not cry. Exactly that happened. So even we cannot say this is a fight, but this is a point to discuss. So it's a solution. But still, the boys, if boys are coming for discussion, some of their friends will say that why you are joining them. That is about the women's problems. Why you are interfering them? Hmm? And if he really support the women, then he will be called that you are the one who like तुम ही हो जो लड़कियों को बिगाड़ रहे हो.
He's a
As a
womanizer.
yes. And you are the responsible that girls is doing this and these things. You are permitting. That's why she is flying now. Like that. Flying also they will not say in positive way. They will say in negative way. Why she is flying high. You are responsible for that. So, and like last point I would like to say about the anger. Yes, anger is important that in patriarchy. If we are trying to break the patriarchy, yes, we'll get angry on many things. Like right now we are discussing about equality. If we talk about equality and if we see ourselves, there is no equality in us. We don't have the equal rights. Then yes, of course we get angry, but that angry is not the end. But our society, our community people will say like, okay, being girl, you are showing angry. From where you have learned? ये कहाँ से सीख के आए हो? कहाँ से मिला ये गुस्सा? इतना गुस्सा दिखा रहे हो, एक लड़की होकर गुस्सा दिखा रहे हो. That anger also only can show by male. वो गुस्सा भी only जो मेल होते हैं वो ही दिखा सकते हैं. स्पेशली एट होम वो पापा दिखा सकती है, मम्मी गुस्सा नहीं कर सकती है. भाई बहन के ऊपर गुस्सा करेगी चलेगा, भले वो छोटा भाई क्यों ना हो चलेगा. एक बड़ी बहन होकर भाई के ऊपर थोड़ा गुस्सा दिखाया तो वो नहीं चलेगा. एक लड़की होकर भाई के ऊपर रोक टोक कैसे कर रहे हो, वो एक बात है जो हम लोग को हमेशा रोक के रखते हैं. तो यही कुछ पॉइंट है जो सॉल्यूशन है अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. पैट्रियार्की को जवाब देने का सॉल्यूशन है, बट वही सॉल्यूशन मुझे ऐसा नजर आ रहा है कि वो कुछ एक प्रॉब्लम जैसा रह गया, क्योंकि अगर हम उन चीजों को अचीव कर लेते हैं, देन ऑफ कोर्स दैट मेल विल थिंक दैट बिगड़ गए हैं. Even if we are speaking here, still some of our parents will say, पढ़ा के लिखा के क्या फायदा हुआ, जाके हमारी अगेंस्ट बोलने लग गई. ऐसी वाली बातें आ जाती हैं. So these are the things I felt कि I should share with you all, and thank you for listening. Yes.
Thank you for sharing. Very wonderful.
और कोई बहन लोग भाई लोग जो बोलना चाहते, प्लीज स्पीक. कविता, डू यू वांट टू स्पीक समथिंग? अनुष्का, मैं अभी नाम लेके बुलाऊंगी. कविता, डू यू वांट टू से समथिंग? कविता कविता कविता, ओके.
If you, I think, sorry for interrupt, if you are not, अगर आप इंग्लिश बोलने के लिए कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो, आई थिंक हम ज्यादा इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं, इसलिए आप लोग थोड़ा अनकंफर्टेबल फील कर रहे हो, तो फील फ्री टू स्पीक इन हिंदी. यस,
चकमा भी बोल सकता है, कोई बात नहीं. If I don't
अरे ब्रोकन
understand.
इंग्लिश चलता है, प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा.
यस, यस.
कविता, ओके. मेरा स्क्रीन में जो नाम है, मैं अनुष्का. अनुष्का, ओके. अनुष्का, गौरी ने बताया. कुछ लोग हैं जो बहुत पहले से हैं, बट कुछ. आनंद, आनंद.
Okay, I can speak.
थैंक यू.
Okay. Well, thank you for the opportunity. Well, patriarchy को मैं क्या समझता हूँ वो थोड़ा सा शेयर करना चाहूँगा. I don't know I will be right or not. But सब कुछ जो कि शेयर किया जा रहा है, I don't think everything include in patriarchy. But as a male, I don't know कितना लड़की लोग सहते हैं और वो कौन कौन सी प्रॉब्लम को फेस करते हैं. मैं खुद तो फेस नहीं किया हूँ या देखा है ऑफ कोर्स कुछ चीजें जो रियलाइज करने लायक है, बट मैं खुद लड़की होता तो शायद फेस करने के लिए या प्रॉब्लम्स को अच्छी तरह से जान सकता. लेकिन कुछ चीजें जो मेल एंड फीमेल समथिंग जो बायोलॉजिकल डिफरेंस है उससे शायद कुछ चीजें डिफरेंशिएट किया जाता है, बट आई डोंट थिंक एवरीथिंग. सो आई थिंक पेट्रियार्की मतलब समथिंग गोइंग रॉन्ग जस्ट बिकॉज शी इज अ फीमेल. समाज में तो बहुत सारी गलत चीजें होती है. ऑफ कोर्स वी कैन नॉट स्टॉप एवरीथिंग एट वंस, बट वी कैन स्टॉप the patriarchy which prevailing, like just because she is a female something wrong is happening और समाज उसको करने नहीं दे रहा है. जैसे लड़की होने की वजह से उसको ये करने नहीं दिया जा रहा है या उसको दबा रहा है. That's I understand. So बहुत सारे चीजें दिख जाता है. जैसे हमारे खुद के घर में भी दिखा जाता है कि लड़की हो तो ये करना नहीं है तुमको या इसको तुम कर नहीं सकते, ऐसा बताया जाता है. जैसे मेरी भी खुद 2 बहनें हैं तो उनको भी ऐसे पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट से कहा जाता है. और जो भी चीजें हम शेयर कर रहे हैं तो हम डायरेक्टली हम मर्द आई मीन मैन ऐसा करते हैं तो कहना शायद मेरे लिए गलत होगा. हम शायद इस बात को कह सकते हैं कि पेट्रियार्कल जो माइंडसेट रखते हैं वो ऐसे रोकते हैं मतलब लड़कियों को लड़की होने की वजह से, क्योंकि वो पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट में तो लड़की भी आता है और लड़के भी आता है. और सब लड़के जो है मैन जो है वो पेट्रियार्की को सपोर्ट नहीं करते, वो उसके अगेंस्ट भी है. I myself against patriarchy, so that's what I think we should understand about it. मुझे तो ज़्यादा कुछ experience नहीं, तो I think I will stop here. What I understand, so that's all I shared about patriarchy. Thank you all of you for
Thank you
listening.
so much.
Thank you, Anand. और हमारे भाई लोग, Kavita, she is in some freshers meet, so she won't able to speak. If she speaks also, it will be very loud. Like the background noise will be more than her voice. So she said not to speak for now. So we excuse her. There are more female. Anushka, would you like to speak? Okay, Anushka, she is mute. Hindi di hoi paribe, Sangmo di hoi paribe, Anushka. Okay, if not, then Sajeev, I'm only listening. ठीक है, okay. Sajeev, Sukro Chakma. Come, Sukro, hobe?
He may have network issue, I think.
Okay.
Almost. Sujata is there. Sujata Bori. I don't know who is she. She can speak.
She is my good friend. Yeah. Sujata. Sujata is
Hello?
IITN from Bombay. She's done MPhil in policy planning, I think. Sujata, yeah, we would like to listen to you. She's from Assam. Hema ji jaisa, Assam se hai.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Sorry, I would like to stop the video because I'm in my like at home. I just came back from some work, so I think without the video would do, right? Hello.
No
Can you hear me?
problem.
Hello.
But we can hear you. But if you keep the video, like your face will be on live. So your wish. You can speak without the video also. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So maybe next time I will be prepared. Like I will wear good clothes. And then if today I just came back, changed my dress, and then I set for this thing. So I'm really very sorry for again, joining you people late. And I think I missed a lot. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, not much. Yeah, we were just talking, sharing about our experiences in our own communities. So you can also do the same, patriarchal gender. So since you studied in so many campuses, Delhi University and then Bombay, and you also from your tribe missing community, so yeah, you will have lots to share. So
yeah, would love to share. So I am from Assam and I belong to a community called Missing Community, and I'm from district North Lakhimpur. So it's like patriarchy is inherent. Like if I read a lot of articles, I've read a lot of articles, and what I found is in Northeast, patriarchy is inherent in almost every community. If you see in Meghalaya, it is a matrilineal society, right? Like where women are considered to be very powerful and they have all the rights and they have the property rights and everything. But what Tiplut Nongri, who is a retired professor from Jawaharlal Nehru University, a renowned academician, what she said is like, in Northeast, gender equality is a myth and is romanticized as poverty and lesser gender seclusion render gender power relation invisible. So according to her, in Northeast, this gender equality is a myth. That means it exists everywhere. And here the women, we don't get like decision making rights, even if we say that we have or not. And most of the time, property rights, even if it is with the women, but it's always the men who take the decision making power, get the decision making power. तो होता क्या है कि even in my community, in missing community, uh, so there exists a system called, Kebang. Kebang is a meeting. So basically, there are Murong Hukums. Murong Hukums are those community halls where people go and discuss about their village affairs and everything, what is happening in the village and what are the problems people are facing in the village. Mostly, it is the men who participate. So you will earlier there were no, there were no ritual of informing the women about these meetings. So it was mostly the men who would be going and attending the meetings and headed by a man, and women would like will be secondary, kind of members in those things. तो आज सुबह को उत्पला ने मुझे बोला था कि मोस्टली इन सच केसेस women को बोला जाता है कि आप लोग खाना बनाओ, चाय वाय बनाओ और हम लोग मीटिंग करेंगे मतलब। तो एग्जैक्टली सेम चीजें हमारे यहाँ पे भी दिखाई देता है। बट नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, थोड़ा चेंजेस आ रहा है कि women are also participating, लेकिन इतना भी चेंजेस नहीं है। Still it is there, and if I can see, it is there almost everywhere in Northeast, in all the tribal communities I can see. जैसे कि Tiplut Nongri ma'am, she is from Meghalaya, being from a matrilineal society, she says कि ऐसा है, and then हमारे यहाँ पे तो it's always it's visible, ऐसा नहीं है कि ये छुपाया जा रहा है या कुछ नहीं है, हमारा सोसाइटी है ऐसा। तो देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम। तो हो रहा क्या है कि एक जो जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी है ना, वो इट हैज बीन देयर पहले से, अभी भी ये है। शायद हम लोग अभी बातें नहीं करेंगे, इफ वी वोंट डिस्कस इट राइट नाउ, इफ यू वोंट ट्राई टू चेंज those of us who are like educated, who can do something, if we don't step forward to change something, then it would remain the same for ages, because it's very difficult to change the mindset of people. It's like हम लोग अगर एक भी बात काउंटर करने जाएंगे ना कि नहीं, हमारे सोसाइटी में ये प्रॉब्लम है, कोई ना कोई उठ के आके बोलेगा तुम कौन हो, मतलब तुम्हें किसने राइट दिया ये बोलने के लिए, वाई आर यू डिमीनिंग अस, आवर कम्युनिटी। तो मेरे कम्युनिटी में भी सिमिलर चीजें दिखाई देता है। there are problems, there are political issues also, you know. There is a concept called intersectionality. पता नहीं आप लोगों ने मतलब, बट इट्स अ वेरी गुड कॉन्सेप्ट जो मैं रिलेट कर पाती हूँ किसी भी चीजों से, मतलब इनइक्वालिटी या सब्जुकेशन या सोशल जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन वीमेन फेस करते हैं उससे, मतलब क्या होता है इंटरसेक्शनलिटी, क्या होता है कि देयर आर लॉट ऑफ सोशल आइडेंटिटीज है ना हम लोग, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल मी, आई एम ए मिसिंग फ्रॉम ए ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी, आई एम अ वुमन, यू नो, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ सोशल आइडेंटिटीज दैट आई हैव। तो हर चीज में जब एक सब्जुगेशन होता है, लाइक बीइंग अ वुमन आई एम सब्जुगेटेड, लाइक आई एम बीइंग कॉल्ड अ सेकेंडरी सिटीजन, है ना। फिर बीइंग अ ट्राइबल, अगेन वी आर सब्जुगेटेड बिकॉज कास्ट सिस्टम में हम लोग, मतलब कभी कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कास्ट सिस्टम में हम लोग आते ही नहीं है, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि कास्ट सिस्टम में हम लोग मतलब बहुत नीचे आते हैं। एंड देन अगेन वी पीपल आर नॉट सो मच, मतलब अभी हम लोग अभी धीरे धीरे वी आर गेटिंग एजुकेशन, थोड़ा हायर लेवल पे जा रहे हैं। वी आर मे बी मेनी ऑफ अस आर फर्स्ट जनरेशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट होल्डर्स, है ना, फर्स्ट जनरेशन मतलब पीएचडी होल्डर्स। तो अभी धीरे धीरे हम लोग उठ के आ रहे हैं। तो इवन इवन इन क्लास ऑल्सो, मतलब हम लोग बहुत नीचे से हम लोग धीरे धीरे ऊपर आ रहे हैं। तो देयर आर सो मेनी दिस सोशल आइडेंटिटीज व्हिच आर काइंड ऑफ प्रेशराइजिंग अस नीचे, मतलब तो धकेल रहा है, मतलब कास्ट सिस्टम में नीचे बीइंग वुमेन हम लोग फिर सब्जुगेटेड। तो ये सारा जो सोशल आइडेंटिटीज है वो हम लोग को मतलब क्या बोलते हैं इसको, प्रेशर दे दे के वीमेन, मतलब वीमेन का वॉइस अभी, इफ यू कैन से इट्स लाइक वी आर ऑलमोस्ट वॉइसलेस, लाइक वी नीड अ वॉइस, वी नीड अ वॉइस टू काइंड ऑफ share our feelings, share our whatever we feel about the subjugation that we are facing or the patriarchy that is inherent, लेकिन दिखता नहीं है। patriarchy है लेकिन दिखता नहीं, because we are socialized in such a way. तो there needs change. Changes आ भी रहा है, बहुत slow भी है, and many people are reluctant to change also, because बहुत सारा चीजें चेंज हो जाता है, डायमेंशन चेंज हो जाता है, जेंडर डायमेंशन, पॉलिटिकल जो वो है, मतलब तो लोगों को डर लगता है चेंजेस से, बिकॉज वी आर कंफर्टेबल इन अ पर्टिकुलर सोशल सिस्टम ना। तो कहीं एक सोशल सिस्टम में चेंज आ जाने से लोगों को लगता है कि पता नहीं हमारा क्या होगा अगर कुछ हो गया तो we need to change those things. And I think the previous presenter, what she said was like, education is a very good solution to counter patriarchy, or to kind of, you know, because through education हम लोग share कर पाएंगे, या through education, you know, we can empower our women, we can like together we can empower ourselves. एक के साथ एक मिल के, सब लोग मिल के हम लोग आगे बढ़ पाएंगे. So there, I feel education is a very good solution to counter gender power relations, gender subjugation, and also all the educated youth, all the educated people who are there, we will need to kind of step ahead, and then कुछ हमें करना पड़ेगा ताकि जो लोग अभी है नीचे, जो लोग उनको voice चाहिए, so we can be their voices. So that's what I feel. And would love to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujata, for sharing your thoughts. हम लोग भी मानते हैं हाँ कि एजुकेशन इज अ वेरी गुड टूल टू चेंज. तो इसीलिए अभी धीरे धीरे हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो चकमा कम्युनिटी और ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी से लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम लोग एजुकेशन ले. इसलिए सारे भाई बहनों जो लोग यहाँ पे हैं, उनको भी मैं लाइक आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन कि आप भी आपके जो घर में है चेंज लाने के लिए हम कोशिश करेंगे. घर में बताएंगे माँ बाप को कि आप आपके बच्चों को पढ़ाओ, आपके हमारे रिलेटिव्स को बताएंगे बच्चों को पढ़ाओ, स्कूल भेजो, लड़कियों को डिस्क्रिमिनेट मत करो. आई थिंक ये सब चीजें जब शुरू होगा देन थोड़ा सा चेंज, हमें लॉन्ग टर्म चेंज या कोई दिखने को मिलेगा. ये सब चीजें इमीडिएटली नहीं होता, तुरंत हमें कोई रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता. और जो हमारा फाइट है टू मेक इक्वालिटी, ये तो सुजाता ने जैसे बताया, इंटरसेक्शनैलिटीज बहुत सारे बहुत है, सो मेनी थिंग्स. So इसलिए as a women from a tribal community, as a women from tribal and then stigmatized Chakma refugees, जो हम लोग फाइट कर रहे हैं, इवन ट्राइब के बीच में भी हम लोग को डिस्क्रिमिनेट है. सो वी हैव अ वेरी वेरी टफ फाइट अहेड. सो हमें और ज्यादा स्ट्रांग होना पड़ता है. सो या उसको लेके मैं, एंड देन थैंक यू सुजाता, प्लीज कीप कमिंग. थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. थोड़ा सा शॉर्ट नोटिस में आया. And now I will request other brothers and sisters to come and speak about your thoughts. What do you think? How do we change our society mindset, patriarchal mindset? कैसे change करते हैं? Please come ahead. कोई भी बताइए आप. सुशील, सजीव, सुकुमार, मैत्री, शांति विकास, सुपौन. Yeah.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very much audible.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So I miss, I think, almost half an hour. So I have been listening to each one of you, and it is a very wonderful and, experience sharing session. So, and I would also like to share my views regarding this. And I think Hima ma'am, so I didn't get the introduction session also. So myself is Supan Chakma, and I am also working in development sector in Northeast, which is called Seven Sister Development Assistant. So we also work in women empowerment through self-help group also. And yeah, it's a great privilege for me to join the session. So I got a link in a WhatsApp group, so I thought of joining after my office. So yeah, So as it is on the patriarchy, the concept of patriarchy, and I also feel it that it's an structural, social, or structural reservation for men who have been getting the privileges throughout the ages till now, and it has been so many years. Our father, grandparents, forefather, and so on and so forth. So when I see patriarchy, the God has given similarity between men and women. The biological similarity, we have only few dissimilarity between men and women. That too because of reproduction. If there would have been, all male, and what about the reproduction? So God has created, in a very systematic manner, but that very system has been misutilized by people or by some powerful people, and it has been practicing for many ages. So, actually God has created diversity. We have male, female, and also we are having some third gender. We should also talk about, right? Transgender, I mean. So LGBT. So there are many, many diversity that have God created actually. But the society who actually, the powerful, basically the male dominance has created the society in such a way, creating, different kind of stereotypes on different people. Himani ma'am also rightly said, until or unless we don't internalize even the male and female, until or unless we internalize the system of patriarchy, there is no way out to come out of it. And therefore, we should internalize it. And, we have seen there are very few, or, from very beginning also, like male also have been, fighting for this, or also fighting, fighting for the equality and justice for women. There are some like Ambedkar, Jyotiba Phule, and even Mahatma Gandhi, and so on and so forth. So there are many, but majority of the male, they are not coming out or not interested to fight for the women rights, because they are so the patriarchy is so sweet for them that they don't want to come out it, because the patriarchy system has been giving the privileges over everything. Like many of you have spoken over power, over property rights, and also going out and moving freely. So, and all of these things, the male are enjoying. That is why majority of the male, they don't want to come and ask for justice or equality for women. मतलब उन लोगों को इतना मस्त लगता है कि ये पेट्रियार्की, कि वो लोग कभी जाना ही नहीं चाहता है, कि they don't want to go against it. बहुत मस्त है ये, तो इसलिए ये बहुत सालों से ही मतलब लगा हुआ है ये patriarchy system. And many of you have rightly spoken. We have been, ma'am, I like the Himani ma'am's one point, like even in textbooks also, she likes to play with doll, and also boy play with ball. So these are what actually we usually get from very beginning, and men are conditioned or manufactured in such a way that they should feel like this. And also some of you have told that male, even Pulari also said, I think I have been listening that male cannot cry. So do you all think male do not have any emotion? They also have emotion, but the society have manufactured them in such a way they should not cry, because they have to take care of everything. If you cry, how you gonna be work, or how you are going to, you know, handle your situation or your family, everything, right? And also, you know, you might have seen even the queen also. One point, this Kankana Ranaut, who goes out and have to take her brother with her, right? So just see it, the youngest brother who actually, you know, knows nothing, but still, because we think he's a boy, he's male, that's why he have to, you know, accompany with her. But if we look at it, Kankana Ranaut is more powerful than this little boy, little brother. See, just see how actually the society is. So we need to, yeah, exactly, we need to talk about it. Unless we don't talk, it is not going to happen. And you know, I'm a very big fan of like Kamala Basin. I used to watch her speeches, but sadly she is no more. A few months back, she passed away. And what he says, this patriarchy system actually dehumanizes the man. So when she was speaking, she was saying like man who is always exercise their physical power, and that very physical power actually dehumanizes the man to exercise their power over the victims, the woman. So this is what this Patrisatta is a system where there is no scope of equality between men and women, and we have to fight against it. And when we talk about the education also, there are many people who are well educated, but why they are still there against the, you know, the idea of patriarchy or the concepts of patriarchy? We are talking about people are getting education, after getting education they will understand that. But there are many people who are educated, but why they don't understand? Is there something lacking in education system as well? Why many educated people are not getting into it? What is the problem? What is the system? What is the problem? The system. The education system is not incorporating the sensitivity towards this, you know, female issue. People who are maybe studying in, you know, studying in some social science or like gender studies, and they can, you know, get into a little bit than any other stream. But this system has to be incorporated even in other education stream also, whether it is, you know, science stream, whether it is in, you know, whether it is in engineering. So it has to be incorporated, this sensitivity. This, until or unless this system is not incorporated in the education system at different level, I think the society will have to go long way than it is going till now. So therefore, what I feel is that the people are getting educations, but are they also getting, you know, gender sensitivity, or this, you know, this sensitivity towards women? So this is a big question. Of course, in primary level, we, as Himani ma'am said, she plays with dolls and all, right? So of course it is there, it has to be also changed. The total, the landscape of the education system for, sensitivity has to be changed. So I think until or unless at education level, when I, look at a critical lens, so I question the education system as well, because it is not incorporating the sensitivity towards gender. And one more things, like I think this is one step that we should look into. And another one is like, I think Gauri, right? If forgive me if I mispronounce. So she was also saying like our auntie and all. Yes, exactly there. And we have been like in Assam, Kamrup, and Sidli district. We actually perform like one theater of the oppressed. So allow me sometimes to brief about it. So it is an theater of the oppressed is a play. So we this play is an important for generating awareness at village level. So when we educated people like us, if we perform that kinds of play in a village before all sections of the people, male, female, boys, married women, unmarried women, so this will help a lot to at least generate the dialogue. This theater of the oppressed is came from the idea of you might have read this Paulo Freire Pedagogy of the Oppressed, which is a very powerful books to ignites the dialogue between the oppressed and the oppressor. So this is how also the theater of the oppressed is like a drama play, which create a dialogue in a village, whether what the oppressor is doing and what the oppressed, such as any oppressed, maybe the female or the small child or the girl child, whoever it is, oppressed is oppressed. So the oppressor, between the oppressor and the oppressed, we have to create a dialogue. The way we are creating the talks between us, but it is going in a very linear way. We are just talking in one direction. But when we create a system, between dialogue between the oppressed and oppressor, that's how we have to ignite the dialogue between these. So we have to people who are getting education or getting awareness of it may have to also go to the field and play different games or different theater like play or anything. So we have to go that. So I think Augusto Boal, who is the founder of Theater of the Oppressed, is a great instrument or a big instrument to introduce at village level by the educated people like us. So I think that's how we can deal with it, and also creating dialogue between the educated, like this platform. It will also generate awareness among our people also. So educated people, once they watch all of this video, will understand how the talks are going on about this. So I think this is how I would like to say. And if more things to come, I think I will also come in. Yeah. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about the patriarchy and how it is actually dehumanizing even male and female also. So I think we have to look into it. Yeah, that's my views. Thank you.
Thank you, Supon, for sharing your views and talking about Paulo Freire. But I think at the very basic level, what we speak to the villages, and like as you said, you did theater in Assam. So I think since you are a student leader, you can do it in Arunachal Chakma community also. So I am very hopeful that you will be doing something good in our community, because since you have field experience as well as theoretical experience, So it will be good if you can replicate those in our own community. Having said that, I think this discussion is going very well, because even though we have lots of participants, and somehow because of some work they had to leave, urgent work. But now I think we should speak about what I can do to, smash, eradicate, or at least to make equal society in my own house, in my own community. What 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, what are the number of actions I can do? Now let's discuss what I can do for my own community. What will be my actions? Small actions, big actions, no matter, but we start with small. What am I doing to bring everyone together in a same equal space? So I think let's talk about it. I will start with Hema Didi.
What I can
think
do
you're
for my
muted.
society? What I can do for my society? You were asking that?
So
Yeah.
just small 1 or 2 actions, so that we take from this workshop, from this session, take home like some kind of resolution, what I'll do for my community. Yeah, some of us you are doing very well, but for all of us, those who are not able to do much, will get some inspiration. So
Even
yeah, 1 or 2 things.
Yeah, even I'm not doing very well, because it's a very complicated, it's a very complex, because it's a strong patriarchal society. Like when you talk about this, a lot of people become your enemy also. They have a very negative feeling for us. But in spite of that, we keep when we know that we don't have any bad intention. It is about do no harm. It is about justice. It is about equality. That's why we are clear about our our vision and what the way forward, what we want to do. So we go and we talk to our community leaders first, especially with the women groups, because they are the marginalized one. They are the one who are the victims. So first we'll talk to our women groups separately, and slowly and gradually, when they'll realize it, slowly and gradually, we should not impose our ideas on them, because it has been a long conditioning. The day they've been born, they've been told that you are a girl, you have to be like this, to be like that, you are a woman. Then so we should not expect that she will change overnight. But slowly and gradually we'll start our discussion. Then after some time, we'll bring our man also into that, and we'll have a discussion. And the street play is a very good idea, through drama, because this lecture method is sometimes it's very tedious, बहुत बोर भी लगता है ना भाषण सुनना बात सुनते रहना. So with the street play or some kind of a drama, ऐसे करके अगर आप community के बीच में वो करो, let them think and use their दिमाग कि हाँ हमारे साथ ऐसे हुआ, this is not right. Slowly and gradually, they will start thinking. Or school level में, education level में, वो तो बहुत बड़ा चीज है. That is a fact, lot of educated people are patriarchal. They are much more strong patriarchal than the weak, the man who are not in power. The man who is having power are much more patriarchal. They are educated, but they are patriarchal. So what do we do about such people? So somewhere even they need, maybe they are having a big qualification, बहुत पढ़ाई लिखाई बहुत किया, लेकिन gender के बारे में कभी discussion नहीं किया. The gender education was not there in our system. That's why they do not know, and they don't want to come down, है ना. ऐसा position में है, women's position is here, they don't want to come down. And
exactly.
And a man of quality believes in equality. उनका अंदर में डर है ना कि मैंने औरत को अगर equal में लाया तो I'll be losing my power. मुझे मैं control नहीं कर पाऊंगा, वो डर है. That's why we don't want to be a threat to a man. We don't want to be a threat to men. That's why in a very positive way, जब हम intervene करेंगे ना, बहुत women एकदम women's right बोल के अगर वो किया ना, तो man will go out of it, और वो हम कभी success नहीं हो पाएंगे. That's why we first we need to talk with our women group. Then we'll slowly and gradually we'll bring our man to. We'll talk in our schools. स्कूल में हम स्ट्रीट प्ले करेंगे, स्कूल में हम ऐसे प्ले करेंगे ना, ऐसे ऐसे लाइक ना स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली हमारा जब फेस्टिवल्स होगा तो हम वहां में भी कुछ एक प्ले करेंगे वेयर मैन वुमेन विल पार्टिसिपेट. हमारा कुछ वो फेस्टिवल्स होता है जो हमारा कस्टमरी लॉज में, उसमें भी हम लोग कभी कभी टाइम मतलब विद लाइक नो विद इन अ वेरी व्हाट टू से, बहुत वो करके कभी कभी पूछना जरूरी है उनके दिमाग में, slowly and gradually, but we should not impose anything on anybody that will have a reverse impact, मतलब गलत उसका वो हो जाएंगे. तो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट मैं अपनी तरफ से मैं करते आ रही हूँ, मैं एक छोटा सा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से हूँ, मैं करते आ रही करते रहूंगी. I'll talk to our community, I'll ask them question, क्या ये जस्टिस है, क्या ये न्याय है, क्या न्यायपूर्ण है ये that is the thing I'm doing and I'll be doing that. Thank you so much Utpala, thanks for this opportunity. मैं सोची I was thinking that I'll stay here for some time only, but I'm finding it so interesting. I'm still here. Thank you Utpala and everybody, to all the participants. You all are so like you all are so enlightened people, I have a lot of hope that आप लोग अपनी community में जरूर लेके आए, changes लेके आ सकेंगे, but slowly, because it's a कितना दिन का centuries का एक बनाया हुआ नियम है, उसको हम आज ही बदल देंगे नहीं होगा. बहुत slowly and gradually we'll have to go through poetry, through drama. हाँ, law तो बहुत है, law बहुत है, होने के बाद भी वो law काम नहीं कर रहा है. See the police, see the judges, see the administration, all patriarchal. So that is my viewpoint. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Hemadi, for such wonderful words. So, and then it gives some inspiration to us also, saying that we talk about patriarchy and all. Yeah, so we will keep in mind that what we are supposed to do and what we can do in our own community. So, so since we are getting inspired that you are working in the ground realities, and then you'll keep working. Similarly, Abhi, I think we all can take some resolution that some of who are not yet working in that direction, we can start working small things what we can do. For example, I think I have thoughts of some things like I will encourage my female participants and female colleagues to participate more in this kind of talk series, and I'll make sure to every Saturday without missing, somehow we will try to keep this live, keep this on for like howsoever time it takes, how much time it takes, no matter what. So every Saturday, that's my dedicated time I'll give for this Chakma community to develop, to become equal. So that is one of my resolution. Second resolution, I'm in many WhatsApp group and I keep fighting. Some of my brothers might know here, Supon and Sonjit. I keep talking about it. So I'll keep talking even no matter what, even if they think that this girl is too much, I'll still do it. That is my second resolution. I'll bring it in the mainstream discussion. Today, I invited some of the people also in the group, but I don't know why they did not respond. They might not have seen the message and they could not come. But I'll definitely, whosoever is like talking against the women rights, then I'll keep talking to them. I'll keep bringing them in the programs. That's my second resolution. And okay, I'll think about more. Now I'll go on to others. Fulari, then you nominate somebody. After you speak, then you nominate somebody.
Okay. Thank you, Hemadi, for your valuable time also and for your ideas which you have shared with us. So at the end, I think what resolution I can take is that I would also like to approach more the females for to take education. Especially they should not stop their education anyhow if they are facing some problems in preparing preparation also. They are feel they should feel free to call me or to contact me that what is their problem. As per my possible, I will try to help them out, because to speak out or to come out from home or to come out from the patriarchal society, to come out from the cultural tradition and all which we are tight there, to come out from them, the most thing is the education. So I would like to suggest all the females to join this program every Saturday anyhow. And I also promise, if I don't have any work or if I'm not busy in any uh, activities, I will give my time here every Saturday. And these are the things I would like to say, nothing much more. I will think more what I can do for to break patriarchy. Yes, thank you.
You nominate
Next.
somebody who should speak next.
Yes, Kavita.
Kavita is in some place.
She is in program. Okay, I like Sanjit.
Okay, thank you. So there are two takeaways. Especially one takeaway from today's discussion. What Hema ma'am just now said is, a man of equality, a man of quality, believes in equality. So I think this kind of words that we should propagate. Like once I have read somewhere is that if the man is the head of the family, then woman is the neck of the family. That means without neck, head is useless. Like, so I hope I would say I would also help in propagating this kind of in our society, in our family. And what Supon very rightly said about the theater. So some behavioral games, if played in the society or in school or among the children, it can be an instrument for social learning, so that we can facilitate a kind of sensitivity towards this kind of issues, how it affects us. Like we can give the example of the way that male members are getting affected, not by women, but by themselves. Yeah, जैसे कि मर्दानगी की वजह से, if you see, most of the farmer suicides that happens in India, all are male. It's not like that. Females are also equally part of the agriculture, but why only males are doing suicide? It's because they feels that, as I think Kamala Basin ma'am,
their mardangini is is question.
Yeah, men, they feels that they will be question, what kind of male am I, that I can be able to grow food, So this kind of actually minds actually affect us very largely. And then I think responsible parenting should be there. Like even from the childhood, we have to show, first we have to practice, only then we can preach. So I can take a resolution now is that when I get married, if I get a child, from there I'll also practice this kind of, we will inculcate this kind of practices, obviously. And then while working now also, I will try my best, or at least who are surrounding me, I will obviously, help, not help. I mean, we will discuss, we will make a space at least for the discussion. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Sunjit, thank you very much. Like that you will create space. I'll be very happy to, I was thinking that someone of you will say that, because you are some public leaders in the WhatsApp groups. So yeah, if you support that, if that is one of the resolution, it will be very helpful for some of us, some of our women. Okay, next you nominate somebody.
Okay, I will nominate Santi Vikas. Sukumar.
You said two names.
Santi Vikas,
Decide.
okay. If Santi Vikas is not available, then we can.
He is available, I guess.
Oh, okay,
Santi.
yeah.
Yeah. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So first of all, very sorry for I had not share my views. Actually, I'm not good to speak in English, and I'm so extrovert also to speak in public spaces.
You mean to say introvert? It's okay, no problem. We all speak broken English. No problem. You speak, we understand.
Okay. And first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. At least I'm expressing some words. I'm thinking to take resolution. You see, whenever after eating food, we usually don't help to our mother sister who wash utensil every day. So I'm thinking that at least our own plate we can wash every day. If we, although if we cannot wash all the plates or utensils. So these little things also help to abolish this kind of what we call patriarchy, and sometime to participate for washing pots also, and cooking as well. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
So sweet of you, Santi Vikas. Yeah, now can you
So
nominate somebody? Yeah.
I nominate to Sukro. Yes, please go.
Sukru.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, Sukru, you are very much audible.
I want to say sorry that I haven't shared my views on the patriarchy, because I don't think that I know very much about patriarchy, but still what I know and what is patriarchy, and I can do that what I understand about patriarchy to destroy it. So I just would like to say something on it, that what I understand about patriarchy and what I'm going to do to destroy it or abolish it. So जैसे अभी शांति ने कहा कि क्या बोलते हैं कि जैसे मतलब लड़के लोग जैसे खाना खा के वो प्लेट सब छोड़ देते हैं, पर मुझे इसमें ये कहना है कि ये एक क्या बोलते हैं सब मतलब कॉमन नहीं है। फिर भी हम देखते हैं कि मतलब सब जगह में दिखाई नहीं देता है कि ये सब ऐसे ही है, पर क्या होता है कि इसमें एक थिंकिंग है इसमें भी। मतलब खाना खा के वो छोड़ के जाना ही है बोल के वो दिमाग में बैठा बैठा लेते हैं। ये नहीं है कि वो मतलब क्या बोलते हैं कि ये एक दिमाग में फंसा हुआ बात नहीं है कि इसको छोड़ देना ही है बोल के, मतलब एक कंपलसरी नहीं है। पर उसमें मैं सोचता हूँ कि हर एक के पास तो अलग अलग थिंकिंग हो सकता है, क्योंकि सब लोग ऐसे नहीं करते। जितना मेरा एक्सपीरियंस रहा उसके ऊपर, तो मैं उसमें उतना ये नहीं दिखता हूँ कि जैसे प्लेट को छोड़ देता उसमें वो पेट्रियार्की का बाद उसमें उसमें उतना नहीं देखता हूँ। पर जैसे पेट्रियार्की में मैं जैसा समझता हूँ कि उसमें हम लड़कों को सबसे पहले we should accept that we should permit the girls towards our meeting also, like whatever जो लड़के लोग करते हैं, मतलब स्पेशली खास करके मीटिंग में, मतलब क्या वैसे इसमें जैसे मतलब हम पेट्रियार्की को ज्यादा से ज्यादा जैसे प्लेट धोना वैसे में नहीं ढूंढ के, तो हाँ मुझे लगता है कि अगर हम जैसे मीटिंग का बात हो या तो और कहाँ का मैं जैसे कुछ एक पब्लिक लेक्चर में हो, है तो उसी में मतलब लड़की लोग को ज्यादा से ज्यादा वो एनकरेज करना चाहिए, ताकि उसी में ज्यादा अगर हम एनकरेज करेंगे तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा वो मतलब एक पेट्रियार्किकल जो माइंडसेट है वो थोड़ा हट सकता है। क्योंकि अगर हम ऐसे मतलब प्ले धोना नहीं धोना उसमें फंसे रहेंगे तो शायद तो वो थोड़ा लंबा चौड़ा हो जाता है। तो मैं मतलब आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग माय व्यूज, I may not be good at fun, so बस मतलब जैसे मैंने पहले कहा कि जो मुझे उतना समझ भी नहीं है इसके बारे में, तो मैं बस जितना समझता हूँ उसी के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ। सो मे बी आई एम रॉन्ग इन सम पॉइंट। सो और मैं देखता हूँ कि जैसे ये हम जो पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट को अगर हम हटाना चाहते हैं, तो जैसे गांव में ज्यादा से ज्यादा दिखाई देता है कि मतलब अगर लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन ज्यादा दिखाई पड़ता है। क्योंकि पहले बुजुर्ग लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा उन लोगों के मुंह से ही ये बात निकलता है कि हर वक्त लड़की लोग नीचे रहना है, हर वक्त लड़की लोग को ही सुनना है, तो ऐसे रहता है। तो उसमें अगर न्यू जनरेशन को हम सही एजुकेशन के रास्ते में अगर डालते हैं, तो शायद आगे जाके उनके मुंह से ये ना निकले कि लड़की लोग को सुनना ही है बोल के। तो हो सके वैसे हम शुरुआत कर सकते हैं और वैसे होगा भी शायद। तो और जैसे और एक बात है, ये जो पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट है वो कहाँ से आता है बोल के अगर हम देखेंगे, तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा मतलब ये एक दूसरे के मतलब कॉपी से आता है। मतलब वो ऐसे करता है तो हम भी करेंगे, वो ऐसे ही आता है। मतलब वो खुद में नहीं सोचता है कि वो करता है तो मैं नहीं करूंगा, अगर मैं करूंगा तो शायद वो लोग मुझे कुछ बोलेंगे। तो ऐसे मतलब मान लो एक कम्युनिटी के अंदर, मतलब कम्युनिटी मत मानो कि अड़ोस पड़ोस में अगर कोई एक अगर लड़की को जैसे पहले बात भी बोले हैं उसके ऊपर, जैसे पानी लेने जाना या तो खाना पकाने में मदद करना, अगर वैसे कोई करता है तो शायद वो सोचता है कि मुझे जो देख रहे हैं, मेरे अड़ोस पड़ोस के लोग जो देख रहे हैं, शायद वो मुझे हंसेंगे या तो मुझे कुछ बोलेंगे। तो वैसे मतलब एक दिमाग में बेता लेते हैं कि ये लोग कुछ बोलेंगे, क्योंकि वो बस कॉपी कर रहा है। लोग नहीं करते हैं और नहीं करना है बोल के वो बस कॉपी कर रहा है, और मुझे भी नहीं करना है। वो खुद अपने दिमाग को इस्तेमाल नहीं करता है कि मैं कुछ नया करके देखता हूँ, या तो मैं कुछ उल्टा करके देखता हूँ। अगर शायद वो ऐसे सोच लेता कि मैं उल्टा करके लेता हूँ के, तो दूसरा कोई और उल्टा कर लेता, तो शायद ऐसे सुधर जाता। मतलब ऐसे दिखाई पड़ता है, मतलब गांव में हो या तो ऐसे माइंडसेट में। तो मैं बस इतना ही कहना चाहूंगा। सो दैट्स इट, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सुक्रो शेयर करने के लिए और सोचने के लिए कि सिर्फ छोटा छोटा बात में नहीं, बड़ा बात में भी करना चाहिए। छोटा बात भी में भी करना चाहिए और बड़ा इसमें भी करना चाहिए। लीडरशिप लेने के लिए एनकरेज करना है। I
मतलब
think-
मेरा कहना मतलब ये नहीं कि छोटा छोटा जो चीज है उसको छोड़ो मत, पर ज्यादा से ज्यादा अगर हम जो चीज मतलब थोड़ा जल्दी, जैसे हम एजुकेशन लेते हैं तो शायद जैसे हम BA MA करके फिर आगे चलते हैं, तो वो नहीं करके बीच में अगर कुछ प्रोफेशनल कोर्स ले लेते हैं ना, तो शायद नौकरी जल्दी मिल जाता है। तो ऐसे अगर हम उसमें सोचते हैं कि शायद वो छोटा छोटा को डायरेक्ट नहीं छोड़ेंगे, पर जहाँ जिस प्लेटफॉर्म में अगर हम डालते हैं लड़कियों को, या तो अपना जो हमारी सोच को कि लड़की लोग को आगे करना चाहिए, वो सोच को अगर हम सही जगह में डालते हैं, तो शायद वो थोड़ा रैपिडली हो सकता है, ऐसा मुझे कहना है।
थैंक यू सुक्रो। तो अभी
Hello.
आप किसी को नॉमिनेट करेंगे?
I want to add some point what Sukro have said.
हाँ, आई थिंक ठीक है। It's okay. He is agreeing to your point that we should not leave it, but we should also encourage. So actually, Santipika's very good point that you are starting from very small daily work, which is very necessary. Yes.
No, I'm not going to encounter her
Okay.
or him. But I want to share an experience about that.
Okay. Be
Yes.
quick.
May I
We
go?
will just be quick. Yes.
Yes. Actually, when I returned back from Wardha, Maharashtra, I means, after I came back from there, I had been practicing to wash my plate at least. So in the meantime, I felt that sometime I feel like lazy or alsi. If you do every day such kind of I means जैसे कि लड़की लोग करते हैं उस तरह का जो काम, आपको जरूर आलसी लगेगा, हर दिन करने का मन नहीं करेगा। ये मैं एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा हूँ, इसलिए मैं इस पे ऐड किया हूँ। आप यदि इस पे आपको कुछ ये स्वतः सा चीज देख रहे हो, तो आप पहले खुद से मतलब स्टार्ट कर सकते हो। हाँ, then after that you can share what you experience what your experience about that. तो मुझे तो ये कहीं ऐसा स्वतः कम जैसा नहीं देखता, हालांकि ये स्वतः काम है, और इसपे बहुत सारा कंट्रीब्यूशन है, मुझे लगता है, अगर इस तरह के छोटे एक्टिविटीज में इंगेज होंगे। और एक बात ये भी बताना चाहूंगा कि जैसे कि गांव के गांव के जो लड़कियां होते हैं, जो आपके आसपास में जो लड़कियां हैं, क्या उनको आप कभी देखा है जो ये वॉलंटरीली जो ये स्पोर्ट में इंगेज होते हुए, एक्सेप्ट जो स्कूलों में होते हैं उसके सिवा तो कोई नहीं देखता है। तो ये छोटे छोटे चीजों को देख सकते हैं पेट्रियार्की किस तरह से एग्जिस्ट है हमारे समाज में। तो मुझे लगता है पहले इन छोटे छोटे चीजों से स्टार्ट करना चाहिए। आप भी बता सकते हो कि या आपके गांव के जो लड़कियां हैं वो जो खुद से स्पोर्ट में कितना पार्टिसिपेशन लेते हैं। आप रोज देखते होंगे कि लड़के लोग कोई ना कोई खेल खुद खेलते हैं रोजाना, और उसमें गर्ल्स के जो पार्टिसिपेशन है वो बिल्कुल ही नहीं दिखता है। तो ये इस तरह के छोटे छोटे चीजों में भी जो हम की है ये समाया हुआ है। डायरेक्टली तो हम रिवोल्यूशन नहीं ला सकते हैं। तो दैट्स ऑल माय व्यू। सॉरी अगर आपको बुरा भी लगा हो तो प्लीज डोंट माइंड।
वेरी गुड पॉइंट शांति विकास, हमें घर से शुरू करना चाहिए। और छोटी जो बात है आपने बहुत अच्छा कहे। अब मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपके पेरेंट्स के लिए, आपके सिस्टर्स, आपके मॉम के लिए, कि आप जैसा इतना अच्छा बेटा मिला उनको, अब ब्रदर मिला जो आप हेल्प करने के लिए, अब उनका एम्पैथी बोलेंगे, उनको एम्पैथाइज कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए खुद को इतना आलसी लग रहा है, उनको रोज कितना लगेगा।
वेरी सॉरी।
या थैंक यू शांति विकास फॉर शेयरिंग। देन आप किसी को नॉमिनेट करेंगे to speak?
Sorry to interrupt. Let me clear the point. Actually,
Sukro, it's okay. It is not between you and him. Both of you are agreeing.
No.
Both of you are saying the same thing. Okay, we'll discuss more. Okay, it's okay. Both of you are very much correct. Both of you are very much correct. And whatever you are saying is very true. It's not like small and big. It's not nothing like that. You are saying that we should encourage women for leadership, which is very good point. And Santi Vikas is also saying that he is helping, like starting from his home, which is also very good point. We all need
debate is also an important aspect of any session.
Yes, so we will have debates. Plenty of time. Every Saturday it is there, or if we need more time, we'll come back in the middle of the week also. Very good. We have a group
also. Don't take negatively. It is very interesting.
Yes. It is very interesting. Very good. Yeah. So thank you very much for taking those resolutions. It is very important and will be very helpful for the women in your household. So okay. So do you want to nominate anybody? Santi Vikas? Those
I
who
already
have not
nominated Supro. No, it is turn of Supro.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes. So, okay. You can nominate because it came back to you. Or if you don't want to, I'll do it. So now Kavita is here. Kavita, do you want to speak? So we are taking resolution. मैं क्या करना चाहती हूँ, मैं दो चीजें ऐसा करूंगी जो पेट्रियार्की को निकाल देगा, पेट्रियार्की को खत्म करेगा, या मैं क्या चीज करूंगी जो मैं खुद सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट करना चाहती। यू कैन टॉक अबाउट सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट ऑल्सो। सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट के लिए मैं क्या दो चीजें करूंगी, या 3, 4, 5 जो जितने भी है, या एक। आज से क्या रेजोल्यूशन लेंगे आप? अगर ऐसा है तो आप प्लीज शेयर करो।
ऐसे तो क्या होता है, मुझे मीटिंग का रस्म अच्छा से भी सुना नहीं था, क्योंकि मुझे बीच में प्रोग्राम में जाने मिला है, तो मुझे इसके बारे में अभी कुछ भी आइडिया नहीं आ रहा है।
ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम कविता। तो डू यू नॉमिनेट किसी को करेंगे बोलने के लिए? दूसरा हम एक गेम जैसा खेल रहे हैं, हम बोलने के बाद मैं किसी और को नॉमिनेट कर रही हूँ। फुलारी, संजीत, सुक्रो हम लोग बोल चुके हैं, हेमा मैडम भी बोल चुकी हैं, बाकी लोग जो बचे हैं उनसे आप कोई भी किसी को भी नॉमिनेट कर सकते हैं।
मैं करना चाहूंगी संजीव चकमा। एक अगर वो नहीं बन
सजीव चकमा।
जी
हाँ,
जी
सजीव चकमा, आपको नॉमिनेट किया गया है। आप 2-3 रेजोल्यूशन बताना चाहेंगे?
He messaged that he is busy and he is listening only.
Okay. Then I'll nominate people then. Anand is also not able to, I think. Sukumar. Okay, Sukumar is also not there. Maitri. Oh, Sukumar is there. Sukumar Chakma. As a resolution. Any resolution?
Okay, so am I audible to you, ma'am?
You are very much audible to all of us. Yes.
Okay. So I'm really sorry to be in this conversation. So actually, I'm a little bit confused with the word of patriarchy that has been in use right now in this platform. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
So I'm a bit confused with the word of patriarchy. So in my opinion, what I feel, this patriarchy, I feel that it is all about exploitation. It is all about this dominancy of a man over a man, or a woman over a woman, or a man over a woman, and vice versa. So it is completely exploitative in nature, what I feel. And but sorry, it is all about discrimination of a man over a man, or a woman over a man. So but if we are to confine the system of patriarchy only for man and woman, then we find that there are a lot of disparity, as it has been pointed out that a girl has to a girl is considered as the preserver of tradition, culture, and right from the birth there is division of labor. A girl has to confine herself under the four wall of kitchen, but the boy, he is given a walk to go outside. So disparities are there. For me, if we have to break this this system of treaty, we have to use this for men and women only. We have to trace this. We have to start from the system of education that is currently in use. For example, as I am studying in a school which is in Dayun, it is National High School. So in this school, I see there are so many differences between men and a boy and a girl, a student boy and a student boy and a student girl. So many differences are there. For example, if I say girls, they are not allowed to play football, whereas boys, they're allowed.
I think he just got disconnected. Lots of network issue in Arunachal, I know. Okay, till he comes back, can I nominate someone else then? Okay.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, who hasn't spoken? Maitri Ratna. Okay, Maitri in hospital. Oh, so sorry, but he's still listening. Good. And we are left with Sujata and Supon. So who wants to go first? I'll give to Supon, then I'll ask Sujata. Supon, what is your resolution?
Okay, thank you. So, what Sukro and I think Santificas were talking about this cooking and washing utensil. So I think in that I'm in advance. So so apart from that, I will take another resolution. So yeah, I have let me quote one dialogue, or what say it's anecdotes. I would say, like Chakma used to say, as far as this cooking is concerned, milerekos piledangor, like milerekos piledangor mororekos jumdangor. So see, इसका मतलब है कि मतलब जैसे कि इधर हिमानी मैम है और कुछ लोग हैं जो चकमा भाषा
हिमानी नहीं, हेमा.
हेमा. ओके ओके, सॉरी
You can call Hema.
सॉरी.
Yes.
So, उसका ये मतलब है कि दिस एनेक्डोट्स और ये जो सेइंग जो है, इसका ये सिग्निफाई करता है कि ओनली फीमेल कुक्स, कि मतलब हमारा चकमा में भी कि पहले से जो चलता आ रहा है कि ऐसा लगता है मुझे, वो सब में बहुत मतलब मैं सोचता था कि मतलब क्या हमेशा पहले से मतलब फीमेल लोग ही खाना बनाता है क्या. अगर ये जो एनेक्डोट्स हो या जो सेइंग है, ये कैसे आया इसका, तो मैं उसका हमेशा सोचता था पहले. तो मतलब अभी भी सोचता हूँ कि तो उसका ये मतलब है कि जो लड़कियां है राक्षस, मतलब एक वो ये भी मतलब एक अच्छी नजर से नहीं, राक्षस की नजरे से देखता है कि जो मतलब ये है कि लड़कियां लोग, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि औरतें जो है खाना बनाते हैं बहुत ज्यादा, तो लड़का लोग क्या बोलता है, तो लड़की लोग पूरा राक्षस है कि उन लोग का राक्षस ऐसा है कि वो पूरा भरा भरा बर्तन में जो कुकर में है वो बनाता है बिना कोई मतलब ये का कोई मतलब एस्टिमेट का कि वो इतना कितना खाएगा, ये कितना खाएगा, वो बिना एस्टिमेट का वो नहीं. उसको ऐसा लगता है कि उसको भूख लग रहा है, मतलब सबको भूख लग रहा है, इसलिए वो खाना ज्यादा बना लेती है. तो जब वो खाना बच जाता है तो वो सब सारे चीजें जो है औरतें जो खाना बनाते हैं उनके ऊपर वो बातें आ जाते हैं. तो और लड़का का होता है कि लड़का का राक्षस का कौन सा देता है, वो हम लोग जैसे कि ट्राइबल लोग तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा जुम खेती करता है, तो लड़का का क्या होता है कि मतलब लड़का देखता है कि मेरा जुम कितना बड़ा हो सकता है ताकि पूरा और मैं प्रोडक्शन लेके आओ या पूरा साल भर के लिए खाना खिला पाऊं फैमिली वाले को. तो लड़का का राक्षस मतलब इन्हें नाटसेल बताऊं तो लड़की जो है मतलब खाना बनाने में उसका पूरा खर्च कर देता है, खत्म कर देता है, और लड़का जो है वो कमाई कर लेके आता है या कोई प्रोडक्शन लेके आता है. तो इसमें ये सिग्निफाई होता है कि मतलब लड़कियां ही ज्यादा से ज्यादा या लड़कियां ही पूरा मतलब पीढ़ी से पीढ़ी लेकर वो खाना बनाते आ रही है. तो मुझे वो कब महसूस हुआ कि देखो, जब मैंने भी ग्रुप में रहा या मेरे दोस्तों के साथ रहा, ऐसे रहा, तो मैं भी जब खाना बनाने स्टार्ट कर दिया कि कभी बार मेरे से भी कभी बार ज्यादा हो जाता है कि अरे आज तो बहुत ज्यादा खाना दे दिया, या ऐसा सोचता था कि वो उस साहे बेचारा उसको बहुत भूख लग रहा होगा तो मुझे थोड़ा खाना ज्यादा देना होगा. तो ऐसे करके जब मैं खाना बनाना स्टार्ट कर दिया तो मेरा भी ज्यादा हो जाता है. तो मैं उसको तुलना किया कि लड़का लोग आखिर ऐसा क्यों बोलता था, क्योंकि वो लोग कभी खाना बनाया ही नहीं होगा कि मुझे कितना देना है, क्या आखिर में वो आदमी को कितना भूख लग रहा होगा. तो जब मुझे खाना बनाना स्टार्ट कर दिया तो मुझे वो महसूस हुआ, हाँ मैं भी बनाता हूँ तो मेरा भी ज्यादा होता है, तो मैं भी तो राक्षस बन गया इन्हें हुए क्योंकि मैं खाना बना रहा था. तो इस तरह से मैंने भी मतलब वो एक बहुत ये करके मैंने सोचा. तो आखिर ठीक है, वो तो मैं जस्ट आई थॉट ऑफ शेयरिंग माय एक्सपीरियंस. तो मेरा ये रेजोल्यूशन है कि जैसे कि मैं आई थिंक लास्ट सेशन में भी मैंने ज्वाइन किया थोड़ा होने से भी, एंड आई स्पोक लिटिल बिट एंड देन अनदर आई हैड अ कॉल. तो मेरा मीटिंग और था तो मैंने क्विट कर दिया. तो इस सेशन में एटलीस्ट मैं पूरा एंड तक हूँ। तो मेरा ये भी एक रिजोल्यूशन है कि आई विल ऑल्सो बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्रोसेस। ये इसमें जितना दिन चलेगा और टाइम ये होने से भी फिर भी मैं ज्वाइन तो कर लूंगा, थोड़ा होने से भी कर लूंगा, थोड़ा तो बातें सुन के जाऊंगा। तो ये मैं भी आई विल बी ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्रोसेस। उत्पला दीदी और ये जो भी कर रहे हैं, एंड बिफोर दैट ऑल्सो आई हैव ऑलरेडी सेड कि इस तरह का जो कैंपेन होगा या कोई भी होगा, व्हेन टाइम परमिट्स आई विल ऑलवेज बी देयर। एंड ऑल्सो मैं भी दूसरे को भी इनकरेज करूंगा कि इस तरह में भी ये करे। मेरा एक ये भी रिजोल्यूशन है। एंड और संजीत ने भी अच्छा रिजोल्यूशन किया, विच आई लाइक इट। तो इस तरह का तो आई थिंक वी यंग पीपल शुड स्टार्ट विद दैट। सो आई थिंक ऑन माय पार्ट ऑल्सो वो भी मतलब मेरे तरफ से रहेगा। और दूसरा है कि आई हैव बीन प्रैक्टिसिंग लाइक नॉट सेइंग अ लिटिल थिंग ऑफ स्टेरियोटाइप थिंग, लाइक अरे वो लड़की है बोल के ऐसा पहना है, या अरे वो लड़की तो पूरा लड़का का जैसा मतलब वो हेयर कट किया है। तो इस तरह का बातें नहीं कहना भी मैं मेरा इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ माय प्रैक्टिस। एंड आई स्टिल टेक द रिजोल्यूशन कि मैं इस तरह का एटलीस्ट कमेंट या टिप्पणी ना करूं कि हाँ वो तो अरे वो लड़की को देख के मजा आ रहा है क्योंकि वो लड़का का जैसा काट लिया। तो इस तरह का जो कुछ कुछ बातें जो होता है, आई हैव बीन प्रैक्टिसिंग इट एंड आई स्टिल फर्दर रिजोल्यूट दैट कि मैं वो सब भी ये करते रहूंगा। तो इतना ही मैं कर लेता हूँ अभी, और थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सुपन, बहुत अच्छा लगा सुन के कि आप कमेंट या वो थोड़ा जजमेंटल जो होता है अनकॉन्शियसली सबकॉन्शियसली हम करते हैं, वो आप एफर्ट लगा के अवेयर हो रहे हैं। और जैसे आपने कहा कि जब आप खुद खाना बना रहे हैं तो आपको पता चल रहा है कि कभी कभी हम ज्यादा मेजरमेंट नहीं कर पाते। सो वो लड़कियों से भी होता है। सो यू अंडरस्टूड दैट। वो जो इससे हमें पता चलता है कि हम अगर काम जो है वो शेयरिंग करें या हम सारे रोल्स जेंडर रोल्स भी चेंज करते हैं, देन वी अंडरस्टैंड ईच अदर नो कि इट्स नॉट जो स्टेरियोटाइप है वो भी हमें समझ में आ जाती है। सो आपका ये एग्जांपल से वो सामने आ गया। और अभी लास्ट हमारे पास वो सुजाता है। सुजाता से पूछेंगे कि उनका क्या रेजोल्यूशन रहेगा होगा जो भी। सुजाता।
Hi, hello.
yes audible.
So first of all, thank you so much Utpala for giving me this opportunity. आज बहुत ही मजा आया, मतलब it was a very wonderful discussion on patriarchy, and I was really delighted to listen to all the presenters. Like I really agree to what Hema ma'am had to say कि sensitization बहुत important है, like कैसे भी करके थ्रू प्लेस थ्रू मतलब कम्युनिटी में कैसे हम लोग हमारे जो भी सटल पेट्रियार्कल जो वो है मतलब प्रैक्टिसेस है उनको मतलब कैसे दिखा सके, कैसे मतलब लोगों को सेंसिटाइज कर सके कि ये सब है और ये नहीं होना चाहिए। तो थ्रू प्लेस एंड थ्रू अदर मीन्स, जैसे कि हम लिख सकते हैं पीपल हु कैन राइट, दे कैन राइट अबाउट राइट आर्टिकल्स, पीपल हु कैन प्ले, दे कैन इनैक्ट तो थ्रू डिफरेंट वेज, लाइक कोई सॉन्ग के थ्रू से, कोई जैसे भी, मतलब वी नीड टू सेंसिटाइज आवर पीपल कि patriarchy is something like this and we need to come out of it. और I really liked all those people who spoke about the gender roles, मतलब कि हाँ लड़की को यही करना होता है, लड़की कुक करती है, लड़का खेती करता है। तो दिस काइंड ऑफ जेंडर रोल्स आर लाइक वी दे आर इनहेरेंट हमारे सोसाइटी में कि या ये असाइंड होता है कि जेंडर रोल्स की ये सब। तो वी नीड टू काइंड ऑफ थ्रू मतलब फैमिली से स्टार्ट करके थ्रू सटल वेज हम लोग को आई थिंक आई फील मैं भी ट्राई करती हूँ फैमिली मेंबर्स को बताने के लिए कि दिस जेंडर रोल्स एक्चुअली doesn't like are not so important, like लड़का भी कुक कर सकता है, लड़की भी कुक कर सकती है, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस, मतलब कोई भी करे। तो दिस जेंडर रोल्स शुड नॉट बी असाइंड, और इफ इट इज असाइंड आल्सो मतलब people can kind of help each other and try to understand, try to empathize, like Utpala said कि एम्पैथी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, और ट्राई टू धीरे धीरे हम लोग अगर जेंडर रोल्स को कम कर सके कि सब लोग इक्वल है, सब लोग सब कुछ कर सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि लड़की ये कर सकती है लड़का ये कर सकता है, ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है अकॉर्डिंग टू मी। एंड व्हाट आई सी इन ट्राइबल सोसाइटीज इज लड़कियों का ड्रॉप आउट रेट बहुत ही ज्यादा है। मतलब एक टाइम तक तो मतलब वो लोग पढ़ाई कर लेते हैं, 9-10 तक कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद क्या होता है कि दे आर फोर्स टू ड्रॉप आउट, क्योंकि कभी कभी क्या होता है खेती करने के लिए लोग नहीं रहते हैं, दे गो आउट। तो कभी कभी क्या होता है कि फैमिली प्रेशर में आके शादी कर लेते हैं। तो ऐसे करके तो जो हम लोग के आसपास के लोग हैं, हमारे फैमिलीज में हमारे रिलेटिव्स भी है, तो वी शुड आई थिंक एनकरेज, आई ट्राई टू एनकरेज एंड वी शुड आल्सो एनकरेज कि वो लोग ड्रॉप आउट ना करे, पढ़ाई करे। एंड देन there are lots of policies and programs also जो actually motivate करते हैं लड़कियों को पढ़ाई करने के लिए। तो if we can like help them in those get those scholarships होता है, fellowship tribal students के लिए होता है, single girl child के लिए होता है, ये सब हम लोग अगर सेंसिटाइज करें हमारे कम्युनिटी में, और हम लोग भी we can be the voices, क्योंकि आज हम लोग ऐसे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, हम लोग बाद में भी हम लोग कम्युनिटी में वुमेन के साथ डिस्कस कर सकते हैं। इफ दे कांट रेज देयर वॉइस, वी कैन रेज लाइक वॉइसेस फॉर देम, लाइक ऑन देयर बिहाफ। तो ये भी हम लोग कर सकते हैं। तो जैसे भी इवन लाइक द अदर प्रेजेंटर्स उन्होंने बोला, वो लोग घर से स्टार्ट करें छोटे छोटे चीजों से, एंड दैट वाज लाइक मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा वो सुन के कि वो लोग ट्राई कर रहे हैं। जैसे भी ये घर पे बर्तन ही मांज रहे हैं, but that is also kind of contributing towards जो फैमिली में जो उनके मदर के वो हेल्प करने के लिए। तो those things I really like, and अभी तक तो मेरे दिमाग में इतना कुछ आ नहीं रहा है, तो but yeah, that's how even I feel like जो भी मेरे से बन पड़ता है। And then I would also love to like participate in more of such discussions, और जानने का मौका मिलता है। जैसे कि I came to know a lot about Chakma community, and then maybe later in future I will also talk more about my community. So that also helps कि एक kind of वो होता है cooperation करने के लिए, वो करने के लिए। So let's मतलब make और ऐसे आप यूथपुला I think you must keep it going, ये discussions जो होता है अच्छा लगा, and I'll be participating in future also. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Sujata, for such a wonderful, wonderful speech, and yeah, whatever it is, like very encouraging also. Okay, so I think we have reached to end of this session, and we should be very grateful to Hema Didi. She doesn't like to be called ma'am. I keep telling Hema madam, so don't call me madam. Just call me Hema. So like I still call her the Hema Di. So thank you very much for joining us today. It was very wonderful. Like our session has become very alive after you came, because you have been working in the community, and being able to share your experience was very wonderful, and then very basic things about patriarchy, which we started, but we have never started from that basic thing. We were just talking about the problems in the community. So it was nice to listen to you today. And I think all of our participants have enjoyed a lot, even though now we have reduced to a very small number, but these are very powerful. No matter what, even if it's a very small number, we'll keep going. So if we get we keep getting encouragement from like Hemadi and all other participants. It's very wonderful. So yeah, thank you very much, Hemadi, for staying with us. And we would like to have you in more sessions. Then if you have time, please do join, please do come. Because since we are all part of Northeast, and yeah, there are other programs which goes on, but I think we have to find solution together as an indigenous community. As I was talking to Sanjit today also, we should have indigenous solutions to our indigenous problem. So let's come and discuss and all. So yeah, thank you very much, Hemadi, once again. And thank you everyone for participating today in the program. And please encourage Supon and Sonjit, especially you, because you are student leader in Arunachal. And being a man, you're a little privileged. I like to say that again and again. Don't get offended. But yeah, please bring more people, your women team from a Chakma Student Union, and bring other people also. I asked this what is his name, Kedi Shaktya, but he did not come. Please bring him in the next sessions as well. He keeps talking about he gives justification. He's okay with women being trolled in social media. So let him come and join our session. So I'd really like to have dialogues and discussion with those kind of mentality people also. So yeah, both of you please encourage more people. And thank you everyone, Sujata, especially in a very short notice you did join. And Kavita, I'm very happy that you are joining every week, and thank you for doing that. Please encourage your classmates, school, college students as well. And thank you everyone for sharing. And yeah, any last word, Hemadi, you want to say?
Stella, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I'm very hopeful that you all will bring changes in your community with your people. And Stella has very rightly said, like, with the Chakma people in Arunachal, you are having very different kind of issues. And you all are the one who can bring changes with your community, because you're not educated. You know what are the things are, and you need to relate it to the people, talk to the community, organize your people, start community based organization, not at that typical kind of NGO, but where people coming together for a cause. And you need to build that people's community based organization. Let them like have such kind of discussion. You as an educated person, you motivate, you inspire your own people to take up the issues. And it's a long way to go, but somewhere you need to start, and you need to talk, you need to discuss. And all the best. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
ma'am.
then.
Yeah, we have been meeting for so many time. Like you and Sujata are new to this session, I think. So
Yeah,
last time
yeah.
we had spoke about, but this time both of you came. So
Yeah.
it's a very great pleasure to have you, both of you.
Even I'm
Yeah,
very
we need
happy
to
to
work.
be the
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, whenever time permits, I'll definitely join. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
And over
Bye-bye.
to over to Fulari. You can end this session by saying any last words.
I think every point you have already cleared up. So I only would like to thank everyone for joining us, and I hope you will join us every week if you are free, and I hope you will keep us time again in every weekend, not the weekend, every Saturday, one day in a week. And I especially thanks to the male participants that they have been participating us since last week or before that also. So I really thankful to them. At least they are coming forward to discuss with us about the issues, the things which have been never talked in the society or the people. But some of the leaders still they are supporting to withdraw the women online, as Utpalla says. But you people have been still supporting us and keep supporting us. Still I'm going like taking support from boys. This is going on, but not in that way. But I'm saying ki, we can just like Hema ma'am has told, we have to come together and discuss to bring solution on that. So on that basis, I'm saying keep supporting us, and so that we you can inspire the people in the society that girls have their own rights, So in that way, we all can go ahead togetherly. So come again, see you all again next Saturday in upcoming all the meetings. So that's the thing only. Thank you so much, especially Hemo ma'am and Sujata Didi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so good night to Northeast people. It's very dark there in Northeast. So good night. Have a nice
Good
dinner.
night. Good night. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.